Where'd your message appear? Hold on. I think I've got oh, chat's down a layer. Okay, hold on. Now send another message. Chop chop. We don't have all day here. We're all waiting on you. Message, man. Oh shit. Oh, that's actually kind of clean. Oh shit, peasant rat. Excuse you. Okay, I literally got your rent on my wrist. Cuts to my wrist, by the way, and it's nothing on there. But just in case you're wondering, that's because Joe is broke and is homeless. So it's not hard to have much more on my wrist. What do you mean? I just wanted to see how you'd react. I just wanted to see what the reaction would be. The vibe. Putting out a little vibe check. Wanted to see if everybody's down. Still going to the bar this weekend, everyone? You're broke? W on using the correct form of your. By the way, not a lot of people in the comment day will do that, so that was pretty good of you. Because if you spelled it the other way, I would say my broke what, but good shit. And I didn't even call out your other typo where you said sorry, so-rear. I don't even know what so-rear means, but he definitely said that. What could it mean? It's hieroglyphics. It's for everybody to try and decipher. I've got no clue personally. It just doesn't look like any word I know, so. Yeah, overall doing good. I ended up kind of just being a little bit of a slam-packed day yesterday for me. I guess, hold on, let me move on over to this window. Allegedly. Hey, there I am. Let's get a little bit larger. Let's get big for you. Me when I see chat. Hold on, let me get big for you real quick. OMG, you're so tiny. Fucking don't say that. I can almost reach the top shelf on my own. Dude, are there actually people who would, like, take a stool in public and use it to reach the top shelf of a grocery store? Isn't that more embarrassing than... I feel as though the ego death I would be taking part in if I had to unfold a little stool at the local grocery store. I think that's way worse than just asking someone who's tall, hey, can you grab that up there for me? I mean, granted, I've never been on the other side. People always ask me to grab stuff for them. That's not even completely a lie. Well, like it kind of is. I just stand on the shelf. I still think that would constitute ego death for me personally. Why don't you look into that surgery that gives you a couple extra inches but breaks all of your legs? Why don't you just do that? The one that shatters your bones in 77 places and they reconstruct them stronger. If you pay for it, hell no. We live in the US, buddy. I'll do it tomorrow. Dude, I actually... Okay, here's the fucked up part about that surgery. Also, hi Derek, how's it going? Hello, welcome in. Dude, here's the fucked up part about that surgery though. And it's kind of, it messes me up a bit at least. They don't lengthen your arms. So who's going in there for the couple extra inches on your leg by shattering all of your bones? And then you've got these disproportionately small and stubby arms. Like, no one would notice the arms. I was just about to say, like, I know they'd cope and tell themselves no one would notice the arms. I'd be staring at their arms and be like, that dude's got fucking small as hell arms for how tall he is. I would be staring at them non-stop. They'd be like saying, oh, it doesn't matter if your knuckles drag on the floor when you walk. I'm sure nobody's gonna look. No, if your arms were disproportionately long, I'd also look. If they're disproportionately small, I'm also gonna look. You're part of the problem? By which you mean I'm 6 feet tall? Yeah, I guess I'd agree with that. I suppose if that constitutes being part of the problem. No, I'm actually 5'11" and a half. I wish I was 6 foot, but I don't think I'm over that break point. In shoes, I'm 6 feet, but like, 6 feet. No one tell Tarantino. He's salivating over here. No, but like, I don't know. I don't feel the need to lie about my height. I feel like 5'11" and a half is respectable enough. If I was 5'5" or shorter. Nah, even 5'6". I feel like 5'6" is the cutoff of like it starts to be okay for a guy to say his height without getting judged societally. I think anything under 5'6", and 5'6" is pushing it, by the way. I think if you're 5'6", that's a 50-50. That's like the toss-up height. 5'7" and onwards, you get more respect societally for each inch you go up from there. And by the way, I'm not talking about your height, obviously. I was talking about something else being fine. No. I wonder, societally, I don't know what dick size societally is where it starts to be like, okay, you can talk about that and be proud of yourself versus you have to hide that like it's a shame. You know what I mean? I don't know at what point that moves over. Because I can definitely say with the height needle, 5'7" and up, exponentially you get more respect until a point. I think anytime, if you're like 6'6" or above, I think that's when people start to look at you freakishly. You know what I mean? Like if you're 6'10", people are gonna be looking up like, what the fuck? Holy shit. Every conversation you have is gonna start with, you're so tall. Hey, what's up? What's good? What's good? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good Thursday. It's Thursday, right? Well, I guess 5 o'clock somewhere, it's a different day somewhere. But still, you can't say you have an embarrassing height while also saying you can't get gender affirming surgery for your height. I'm not saying you can't get it. I'm saying I don't think the technology is there yet. And I don't think, especially because they don't lengthen your arms. If they lengthened your arms with it, I don't think I'd view the surgery as negatively as I do. But the fact that your arms have to stay short and stubby doesn't even solve the issue, because how are you going to tie your shoes at this point? You got too much height. You got too much height, not enough arm. I guess I'm just trying to say, like, get better genetics, obviously. I hope y'all saw the Risk of Rain 2 DLC announcement. I saw a singular post online from someone that said something about the DLC. I can't remember what it was. I don't even remember what its name is, though. I really have, I'm a little bit blind on what the DLC is. I'm looking forward to it, whatever it is, because more Risk of Rain's always good. It does feel like now that Gearbox is in charge, all of a sudden they're pumping out more and more and more DLC. Weird how that happens. Weird how that happens every time. When are we getting the uncircumcision surgery? First thing I heard when I was born in, the doctor said, hey, I hate to cut this short, but... And then next thing I know, I'm looking down and I'm a little bit crossed. A little bit miffed, if you will. I wonder... I think if I could get the choice, like if we could roll back the clock. I guess what I'm saying is this might be the best use of time travel, is if I was allowed a time machine to go back in time to be able to stop my own circumcision. Would I do that? I think I would. But it's also just because you can always get it later in life, right? Like the foreskin stays there. You can just get it cut whenever. So I find it hard to imagine a world where I wouldn't go back and go, actually, let me keep that. Because if it turns too cumbersome, then fine, I'll get rid of it. But like, I don't know, because I always hear people say, oh, it's more maintenance for you to wash, more work for your upkeep. But maybe I'm stupid. I shower the regular amount, which is like every other day I shower. And I think that's pretty regular for a sedentary lifestyle, which is what I live for the most part. I can't imagine it would be too much more hassle. I imagine I'd be completely fine with it. It doesn't seem like they always act like it's some Sisyphus style, oh, this task that I'm giving myself. You don't understand how hard it is to keep it hygienic. Irish Spring, buddy. One tap of Irish Spring and you'll be all good. Motherfuckers are really against gender affirming care but still do circumcision, which also, well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to commit to that take yet. I was gonna say I feel like it's more manly to be uncircumcised, but I don't really know if it plays any role. So I don't even know why we do it. Same with hair transplant. It is, look, here, my honest truth about hair transplant stuff, right? Nobody would care if you were bald if we didn't live in a society. Unfortunately, if you'll allow me to Joker post, apparently. If we didn't live in a society, it would actually be so fine to be bald. But we do live in a world where people, they point and go, Mr. Clean? It's Mr. Clean, guys. Like, we need a new bald rep who's not Dwayne The Rock Johnson, because nobody's ever going to point at you and say you look like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It needs to be a little bit better than, like, a little more looking like the layman. But we need somebody new bald who people can point to and be like, you're just like that guy. And then it doesn't feel as bad, you know? But I think a large part of why there's so much hatred / fear around going bald is because you know other people are going to perceive you as bald. And that's almost in its own way scarier than being bald, is the idea that you'll be seen as a bald guy for the rest of your life. Because no one's gonna forget that. I've reached the hair length where I get Jesus jokes. Yeah, I used to get those, but now my hair's not as full as it used to be. But I'm not going bald or anything. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Then I would lose my, I was gonna say, femboy status. I've never had it, but I'm definitely gonna lose it if I go bald, because there's no such thing as a bald femboy. I hate to, I'll rip that bandage off right now. Things that don't exist: tooth fairy, unicorns, dragons, bald femboys. All of them same echelon, same category of importance. None of them exist. You can use wigs. Ven will you with their wigs. I got you. I got you. Doing a little reference to the Elijah Wood interview. I got you. I don't know. Are guys wigs tech there? Because I feel like with women, they go, okay, you can wear a wig. Here's a really nice wig. And for men, they go, don't worry, King. Keep your nuts up. Instead of having you go down the wig pathway, we actually have a $20,000 surgery that will cause your hair to start regrowing in all of the spots it was starting to thin. Which, just insane. Just insane. I have to go down the wig pathway before Salt. That's true. You can learn how to style them, and then I can just take them from there. I've lost my femboy privileges. I think it is impossible to be a femboy with a bald spot, isn't it? Like, how do you... Yeah, I guess I'm just saying you'd have to, like, make up for it elsewhere in a way that's so distracting that they don't even notice you're bald. It just needs to be that overpowering to the... Because then no one's going to bother questioning, and then you're all good. That's what the wig is for? Pulling on his hair midway through and it comes off. Yikes, I scalped him. How do you... I know there's like wig glue. Is it like Gorilla Glue light? Like Gorilla Glue that's safe for your hair? You say that as if that's not a regular experience? Do people regularly be pulling off the entire hair from their partners? I don't think so. Dare I say I doubt it. That's like saying, you say it like every time I give my partner head, my dentures don't fall out. All right, Graham, let's get you back to retirement. All right, back it up. You're down there gumming on it, dude. It would go, honestly, head from someone with fake teeth, greater than sign, greater than sign, greater than sign. You know what I'm saying? That one been posted on Blue Sky yet? But it's probably not for the Blue Sky audience. That's more of a Twitter joke. I think on Blue Sky, you would have to say, can we acknowledge the differences in society with how men are treated sexually versus how women are treated sexually? And then there would be like 30 other posts underneath it where they go, yes, so true, so true. And it's like, you guys didn't acknowledge it. You just said, can we acknowledge it? But everybody down there is like, they're high-fiving each other and everything. I'm just a Blue Sky hater, though. I am a Blue Sky hater. Granted, I'm not a Twitter fan either, for what it's worth. I've uninstalled that application, and man, life's been better because of it. Unfortunately, the one I've really got to uninstall, but I feel like I can't because it feels tangentially related to... I was gonna say my job. It's not really my job, my hobby of streaming. I feel like TikTok is a plague on my phone that I need to get rid of. Because I'll go on here and just check. I mean, like, and it never shows me anything. You know what I mean? What's going on right now in TikTok's trending searches right now? You may like Marvel Rivals, the pressure drama, Funky Frog Bait is bad, Breakfast Boss Jelly, Pokemon cut. I mean, they just think I'm a loser, dude. Can't they give me something better? Can't they just be like, you may like, yeah, like this, Faithful Sheriff. That makes sense. Dude, oh my god. Wow, there's so many things there. Dear Lord. Dude, also, fuck, what was the one I was just about to talk about? Oh, yeah. Man, hold on. Blue Sky is either super clean people mentally or furries. I have noticed that, like, a lot of the prude culture going on, like the, oh, can we not have sex scenes in movies? Don't you think that it just takes away from a movie every single time that there's a sex scene on? Hopefully they didn't watch Sinners, because they would have lost their fucking mind. I just saw Sinners, by the way. I actually just saw Sinners. It was pretty cool. I liked it a lot. I thought it was a really fun movie. I enjoyed it a great deal. Anyways. Nah, I'm with them. We should remove sex scenes from movies. It doesn't add anything. And there it is. And there it is. All right, buddy. Let me get you your gold star that says you signaled a virtue today. It doesn't add anything. Am I the only mother? I must be the only person who saw Oppenheimer. And we see the scene where he's having sex, when he's having an affair, and he's fucking the one woman, and it's cutting back to present day when he's in the trial, and we see him dissociating by having sex actively, whilst they're asking him questions that are not related to it, and they have to try and reel him back in to show the mental state that he was in and the fact that he never got over the affair. What are we talking about? It doesn't add anything. It's artistic expression. It adds everything. It adds without that, do you know how boring that scene would be without the sex scene? And what happened between you and her? And then there's no sex scene, there's nothing at all, and he just goes. And then the guy's in there, Oppenheimer? And he goes, sorry. That would be horrible. That would suck ass. That would not be good. Okay, so 1 out of every 30 movies? Oh, okay. So, I mean, it's just when we use the word never. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one who learned English this way. I'm kidding. You're getting condescending as fuck. Okay, so 1 out of every 30 movies actually has something. Can we remove it from the other 29 movies? What are some movies that you would say nothing's added? Because I feel like sex scenes always add a little something. Unless it's just like full tits for the fun of it. But like for example, in Sinners, a lot of the sex scenes were, in my opinion at least, were more to set the atmosphere and the tone, because the whole point is they are sneaking off for one night of fun and freedom. And what's more free than expressing yourself in that way with a partner? You know what I mean? Like, that's arguably one of the most freeing acts we can do as people, is it not? I mean, maybe that's another exception, but that's kind of why I felt like that movie was pretty horny. Because it was kind of part of the expression and vibe of the entire group of, if you'll allow me to do a little bit of an Invincible style title card, the group of sinners. More gay sex scenes. We need a Gojo Geto spinoff. You would love Heated Rivalry, man. You would love Heated Rivalry. It's made for you. And for wine moms. There were 2 sex scenes in Sinners, and I think the second one was acceptable, but I think the first one dragged on way too long and could have been shortened. The first one was when Smoke was in the... This is in the first 30 minutes. You're not really missing anything. When Smoke was in the shop rekindling, right? Because that was the only one that felt long to me. That one, to me, I was like, okay, that's a bit on the long side. The other ones, unless I'm forgetting one, were fine. Now, the middle one was way too long. Which one was the middle one? Are you talking about when Sammy was eating out the singer? What's her name? Perlene? Talking about that one? Because I didn't mind that one. Yeah? Not too long. I think it's supposed to show Sammy's fall past to the point of no return, because like he's the preacher's son and all that kind of stuff, and especially for the time period, that's one of the most frowned upon things you could do. So I think it was supposed to be representing Sammy's fall from grace and all that kind of, I don't know, but I mean, did he fall from grace? No, he fell onto Perlene. Anyways, sex scenes are also a great way to show power dynamics. Yeah, no, I agree. I didn't get the vibe from that scene. The only that vibe from the surrounding scenes. Well, I think it could also be a little bit different, and like not to put you on blast too much, because we watched it right next to your brother, and I feel like innately there's something a little bit awkward when there's sexual things happening on a screen when you are with family and or siblings. I feel like there's innately something that's a little bit awkward about that. Should there be? Probably not. But like, I'm not here to try and break that. But also, any James Bond movie, we don't need those sex scenes. Yet again, you're wrong, and let me explain why. How the fuck else is Grandpa gonna get his rocks off watching James Bond, okay? Like, let's look at the audience of the fans of James Bond. Those scenes add a lot to the fans of those movies. To the layman, to you and me, I agree. Completely unnecessary. But come on, man. Gramps needs some action, and he doesn't know how to work the computer. So, he's gonna have to live through Daniel Craig for a minute. There is something so primal about just like after you take a sip of something, smacking your lips and hitting that. It really does make it taste 20 times better. It is a flavor enhancer. Another one, oh dude, this one goes crazy. I'm not actually old enough, nor does it actually hurt. But whenever I sit down, I love just hitting a, yeah. Like, it feels more powerful, dude. It feels like I'm sitting with an impact. You know what I mean? If it was an anime, it would have impact frames. And if it was One Piece, we'd have to cut to me almost sitting down 77 times and then finally taking a seat on one of those shots. Then we would have to cut to 14 reactions from everybody who's around the room just for it to then say to be continued, which would be awesome. 6 more months of breaks. The animators need it. They animate about 4 seconds per episode, so. And then every time the animation looks really good, they go, yeah, thanks. We actually hired some freelance ones for this. And without fail, I go, don't worry. I could tell the animation looked really good. Dude, I have been seeing. This is a whole nested topic, and we'll see how I end up deciding to tackle this. On TikTok, there was like a trend where people kept posting some JoJo's character, I don't know who, in the comment and saying Steel Ball Run. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I'm gonna tell it exactly like it is for a second. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is perhaps the most poisoned by a fan base I have ever seen a show. There's other ones that are very close, but oh my god, JoJo's fans might actually be the biggest cornballs of all time. Like, they are so insanely corny about JoJo's, and they've made the show seem like, and this is from an outsider's perspective, I might be depriving myself of one of my favorite shows. Maybe I'd watch JoJo's and go, actually, that's really good. But the way they describe it, all I can imagine is that it's just, every episode is 30 minutes of Reddit humor and epic funnies. And then it moves on to the next episode because, oh my god, dude, it's just so poisoned by the way people talk about it online. It feels to me, and this might be the most insulting thing that I can say about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Again, keep in mind, I've never seen the show. The show might be actually very good. It might deserve the fan base that it had. Well, I don't think it deserves the fan base that it has. Nobody deserves that fan base. But like, maybe I'd understand why the fans are so passionate, is what I'm saying. And I really do truly believe that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure feels like Rick and Morty, but in the anime world. That's how it feels to me. Because the level of everybody going outside of the fandom and making it your problem that their show either does or does not have another episode, I don't know. It's to that level. And it's so insanely obnoxious. And every time, I mean, I would hate to see the JoJo's Reddit humor kid learning about Julius Caesar, because I just know he's yelling out Caesar every 30 seconds in class, right? Like, it's not good. It's not a good look. No one wants to be around it. But you know what? Anyways, I don't know, man. It's up there. I think the other ones that are up there, dude, oh my god, Deltarune and Undertale. Talk about just an absolutely trash fan base. And I say this as somebody, I was a huge fan of Undertale originally when it dropped, right? And I even told friends, you gotta check out Undertale. It's actually a really cool game, blah, blah. I love the way they did X, Y, and Z. It was really cool. I want to play Deltarune because I love the original of Undertale. But man, is it perhaps the least funny gaming community I've seen. Like, this is the holy trinity to me, you know what I mean? Is you've got, for anime, JoJo's fans. For gaming, I think Deltarune. And then for like just animated TV shows in general, you have Hazbin Hotel, right? That is the trifecta of, oh my god, keep me away from this fan base, and the fan base poisons the rest of the IP in such a huge way. It's kind of, I would say, personally, no, I feel like, because I was going to make a comparison to Bronies circa, like, your 2010s, right, when everybody was dunking on them, early 2010s. And even then, I don't know, man. We were just kind of dunking on them for liking a kid's show. But they did keep to their own corner of the internet. You know what I mean? And I think there's one part of it I have to respect. Like, yeah, they would have their profile picture is one of the ponies or something like that, and they'd comment on a YouTube video, sure. But Deltarune fans will make any post that is not about Deltarune and respond underneath it with some shit about Deltarune. Same exact thing for JoJo's fans. Same exact thing for Hazbin Hotel fans. They don't let you forget about their IP. And it's so insanely obnoxious. And I think if I stayed off of social media 100% more, I might like those shows and I might check them out. But as it stands currently, there's so many good shows to watch. I'm not going to watch the one with the guy screaming in the corner begging for me to give it attention. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a little bit of a defiance thing in me. It's possible. Maybe if you lower my stats, I actually raise my attack by 2 stages instead. Maybe I'm defiant. It's a little Pokemon VGC joke, by the way. I know that one really landed with everybody. Dude, if I get that... Good shit. Good shit. Sorry, I covered my face if you're wondering why the rat had a little bit of a stroke there. Kind of forgot that it can't see through like that. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is just a defiant nature thing. But, dude, if people talk too much about the IP that they're a fan of, I can't take that IP seriously or want to give it the time of day. Because it's just like... I don't know. It's also... we live in such a recommendation culture. You know what I mean? Nothing ever gets enjoyed for the merits of the thing itself. It gets put into a category based off of some of its parts rather than being the sum of its parts. And they take those parts, correlate them to other thing, and go, you should check this out then. Which I understand. It's a very human thing to want to share something that you love. But I also kind of feel like nobody ever talks about the media they see anymore, aside from it was, like, good, you know? There's never discussions to be had about, what'd you think about this? What'd you think about... I mean, I guess... it doesn't help that everything's split up to 77 streaming services now. And unless you have Gooby Premium right next to Gluppo Plus, you're not going to be able to talk about the guy who has Hoobi Max. You know what I mean? Hoobi Max is going to be like, dude, it was a Hoobi original. You didn't watch it? And then the other guy's like, no, I've got Gluppo Minus. And that means I still got ads on there. And then my doctor tells me I've got HIV positive, and I don't even know what the fuck I can watch on there. I'm hoping Severance. I've heard good things, but I think that one's only on Apple. I don't think they have it on HIV yet. Man, I don't know. And has there ever been anything where its fan base has improved the actual product rather than simply detracted from it the entire time? I'm gonna say no. I would love to be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure fan bases almost exclusively function to be as obnoxious as possible to drive you away from the product as quickly as they can. It's like a poison dart frog, you know what I mean? The Hazbin Hotel, JoJo's, and Deltarune fan bases, they like flash bright red at me, and I go, okay, if I go anywhere near this, I'm probably gonna get poisoned. I should stay away. And thus far, I have been staying away, and I really don't feel like I'm missing out on much. But like I said, maybe I am. Maybe I'm robbing myself. Maybe I cheated not only the game, but myself. In the words of one of the best, was it a Polygon article? Was it Kotaku? It was one of them. It was one of those gaming journalists, big name ones, where they cheated on the final boss of... I can't even remember the full context. Was it they cheated and somebody else made the post in response and went, you cheated not only the game, but yourself, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff? Sorry, I'm trying to think of something right now. I've got an idea real quick. Hold on. This is experimental. This is experimental. Give me a second. It's experimental, so I've made it its own one. This is the front layer. I need this layer. If I was to make this larger. Okay. So, like, here's my idea, right? If I was to take this. Hey, Joe, I've got a question for you. Big man. I don't know if you're listening. I just had an idea. I'm a visionary, by the way. What's up? Would it be possible to... too large. First time I've ever had that issue. Would it be possible to take this very room background we're looking at here, isolate the TV, and give me a version of it that it's like fully cut out? Because then we could take this and use it as my showing off media kind of screen, and I could put the video in the boundary box of that TV. You see what I'm saying there? Because then I could just swap between them. Aye, Captain. Yeah, that's what I like to see. In fact, for this one, I think I could get rid of the up front and then move the rat down a bit. Because now it's like I'm looking over at it. Yeah. I think that would work. And then the chat on this one would need to be over here. Which hopefully, yeah, that doesn't move the chat on the other ones. We're good. Cool. Yeah, and then the chat would have to be up there, probably behind the rat though, because that's just kind of how I do things around here. Yeah, move this up a little bit. Yeah, this would work. And now it also kind of feels like I'm giving a school presentation. Today, class, for today's health class, I have prepared a diagram. We're going to be trying to understand all of the parts of female anatomy. Guys, I got so scared. Why does it look like that? What the fuck? What even is this little thing up there? What's that even for? All right, let me finish off my drink real quick. But yeah, in terms of games, I don't really have anything in mind right now. Okay, there we go. Drink completed. Now I can move on. Now that I finished a Diet Pepsi, I can move on. I missed the trash can, if you're wondering why that was so loud. Was it that far away? No, but I tried to do like a fucking cool flips 30 times in the air and then a pop fly into it. Rather than doing that, it is currently sitting on the floor of the carpet behind it, probably leaking out a little bit. I'll deal with that later. I'm kidding. Obviously, I put the cap on before I did that. Oh, I have been thinking about... So there's a very popular fit, right? People have called it the best fit of all time, and I would dare not try to impede upon this, try to take away from the raw aura it exudes. It's one of the best outfits ever made, and if you're rocking it right now, Godspeed, soldier. I know you look fly as hell. I'm, of course, talking about the cargo shorts, green Legend of Zelda graphic tee, long socks going up past your ankle a good bit, halfway up your calf, right? And a pair of Crocs as your footwear of choice. One of the hardest fits of all time, undoubtedly, and I really have no notes for it. But there is a slight issue. it almost looks like you don't have motion because everything you're wearing looks really cheap. Now, you could go for like gold-plated Crocs to try and really pimp out this fit, but let's be real, that doesn't match the vibe of what we're going for. So my new idea to really complete the fit is you're gonna accessorize a bit. We're gonna get you a nice wristwatch, but instead of a watch face, we're gonna put on a 64 gigabyte stick of RAM so that they know you are fucking loaded. And it'll really complement your Legend of Zelda fit, and the cargo shorts will really be popping with it when you're walking around with that on there. Yeah, and you gotta show it to people and be like, yo, got your fucking rent on my wrist, buddy. That would go so hard. I think it is the next evolution for that style of fashion, man. I think it needs to happen. What else could you do? You could probably, if you really want to get like, if you want a chain and you're more of like a necklace kind of guy as opposed to a watch kind of guy, I got you. You could still do the same thing with RAM there, but I think what would look a lot cooler, but you have to be careful not to cover up the Legend of Zelda logo on your shirt, obviously. We should get you just a graphics card, a 5090 that we can hang off of your necklace. That would go crazy. You're gonna probably have to do a couple neck days at the gym first, because the average person rocking that build, the graphics card around their neck might take them out. It might be like kind of tying concrete around, you know, their whole well, that's a good bit of yapping for right now. Shall we hop into a game of some kind? What game we feel like playing? I don't know, man. Because the only game that's been speaking my name recently has been Slay the Spire 2, but I don't know if I want to subject everybody to another Slay the Spire stream. Because I feel like whenever I stream Slay the Spire, I kind of do nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't talk much. The only words I say is, okay, this card's good here. Oh, but if we combine this card with this card here, that's really good. Oh, and then this card could really complete the synergy. I'm just too locked in. You know what I mean? Like, it's too much of my brain has to go that way. So, I don't know if that's really the vibe I'm looking for. What else could we do? What else could we do? I haven't been feeling any kind of competitive games recently. Like, Marvel Rivals, for example, I definitely have not been feeling Rivals. I don't know. Oh, I've got someone to respond to. I forgot to respond to Derp about something over this weekend. Oh, frick. Yeah, I'm kind of the worst friend of all time, and maybe I deserve to be, like, hung or something like that. I mean, luckily, I am already hung, just not in the way you might be thinking. Didn't want to finish that joke. Did not want to finish that joke. I was going to do a double subversion, and I'm sure you could tell where that was going. Yeah, there's just also, I don't know. I could always play Slay the Spire, too. That's definitely true. Hello, sir. How we doing, big man? What's good? What's good? I'm doing good, man. How have you been? I feel like it's been a schminute. Man, fuck it. Hop on chess. Yeah, me doing the chess puzzle real quick. Hey, what's a good chess elo? I want to be good at lying. Like, I feel like LARPing is the new thing that everybody has to do for every genre of anything ever. So what's like the elo I should lie about being, where it's like, it's believable that I could be there? It's been a minute. Yeah, life's been good. What about you? Dude, life can't complain. Just got back from Detroit. That's not something that many people get to say, okay? Like, I feel blessed that I'm allowed to say that. It's like a 1 in every 40 people that enter get to say that. The other ones get claimed by the rot. It is wild to be walking around there, man. Like, 80% of the buildings are boarded up when you're driving, and then you'll randomly just hit like a nice pocket of Detroit, and then you'll go back to everything else just looking like shit. It's so weird, man. It's such a weird, and it's almost like what's the name of that? A liminal space. The way you guys describe Detroit, it seems like a Gotham City. I'm not gonna lie, if there was gonna be like a real life, oh shit, the Joker's doing something, Detroit would be one of my first options for where he'd be operating, for sure. And it's not even, it's just because like other cities, even if they have higher crime rates and stuff like that, they don't have the sinister vibes of Detroit. Like you can feel, it's just something in the air doesn't feel right when you're in Detroit. I don't know what it is. No, granted, the parts of the city that are really nice are really nice. Like I went to the Detroit Institute of the Arts. That was a really nice museum, actually. I like that one a lot. That was a very fun one to walk through. You know, but I would say, and if you're religious, power to you, you probably would have liked it a lot more. When I was walking through the European artist history section, right? We needed to give them a third subject they could paint, dude. Because every single painting from the 1400s to the 1600s, right? That 200-year stretch. Every single one of them was one of the following two. It was either Jesus on the cross or it was Madonna and Child. And look, I get it. I understand. Probably a pretty big deal at the time. You didn't really have much else going on. And can we have at least something else, man? Yeah, just give me a little something. I walked into a room, 8 paintings are up, 7 out of the 8 are Madonna and Child. And I go, okay, I get it. She's holding the child and he's hitting the 2 fingers up. He's hitting the OG gang sign. I understand he's representing where he would like to be from. Neighborhood so bad they had to put a gate around it for him. But like, dude, it must have been, it's just like you couldn't suffer artist block because you just go, what if I hit Madonna and Child as the 77th time in my career? Maybe people will fuck with this one more. The guy wanted fucking cat girl paintings back in the 1600s. No, this is what I wanted. I wanted to see more landscapes. When I went to the one that was just European history, I was hoping to see more landscapes because I love seeing artists who captured daily life and what it was like, because we never get to actually see the daily life, because all you ever talk about in history class is you just go, oh, the kings did this and the serfs just worked the fields. Show me the serfs working the fields. What the fuck was their life like? That's the 99% who made up for the 99.9% who made up for the 0.1%, and we only learn about the 0.1%. Show me more from the 99.9. I don't need to know what King James did. I wouldn't have been King James, dude. I need to know what the fucking serf was doing when he had time off from the pub, okay? Well, that's the thing back then. Catholicism was their daily life. No, because they weren't seeing Madonna and Child every day. They weren't seeing Madonna and Child every day. They were hearing about Madonna and Child every day, and then they were painting Madonna and Child every day, and then they were hearing about Jesus every day, and they were painting about Jesus every day. But like, paint what the church looks like. You know what I mean? Paint me more interiors of the churches then. Paint me more of that kind of, I would just, the whole time, that's all it was. Then I went to the Dutch Golden Age, and you know what? The Dutch Golden Age exhibit they had there, the Dutch were on to something, dude. They were painting a fuck ton of landscapes, and I was like, damn, these guys are awesome. Please don't tell me that they did anything really fucked up that was not glossed over on the like little bit of summary that I got about them. Please tell me that they weren't like, yo, imagine back then when you heard the Big Three made one of their paintings. That had to be a wild feeling. Dude, I mean, could you imagine if you were I don't really know how the Sistine Chapel ended up working. Was it only the upper brass was allowed there and that's why it was so extravagant? Or is it just like, that one was just special? I really don't know much about the church, so I don't know 100%. All I know is the Sistine Chapel had the most, to this day, still gorgeous artwork that we've seen from the time period. There was one they had there that was made by Donatello. I gotta say, for working with 3 big, like, mutant green, weird-ass fingers, Donatello was quite deft at getting good little details and things. Like, you'd think those big clobbery mitts that he has would really prevent him from getting the fine details, but he made do. Also, turtles do have a long lifespan because he made that shit a while ago and he's still part of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. When he grows up, it's gonna be scary, dude. He's been a teen for 300 plus years. But also, yes, I did want Catgirl paintings. Mainly. Oh, also, I noticed something else. They always drew the devils and Jesus naked, but then everybody else was clothed. Why? Like, the devils being naked, I can understand. That's like sin and temptation. And I guess it's because Jesus was hanging around, for lack of a better term. But like, it just felt strange that it was always those two naked together. I guess it could be enemies to lover, toxic yaoi. I haven't really read the big book yet, and maybe that's why people like it so much. They're bad for each other, yet they still stay together. Could be. I mean, that's probably the most LARPed subject online right now, though, right? Sorry, toxic yaoi is what I'm talking about. I've seen so many people say recently, especially, how much they love yaoi and yuri, because Jesus was free of mortal sin and mortal possessions. Two beings, one being of sin, one being absent. Okay. Yeah, there's one where they just drew him with a transparent loincloth, and I was like, that's fucking crazy. Like, the one where he's in tattered stuff, I completely understand. When I saw him transparent loincloth, I went, this guy wanted excuse to draw full hog. For sure. What are we doing with a transparent loincloth? Why'd you even bother outlining the loincloth if you made it transparent? Granted, yet again, I haven't read the full book. Turned water into wine. Know that one. Walked on water. Also, using the term LARPing is LARPing low-key. It kind of is, because it just means live-action roleplay. Like, LARPing was not... Yeah, no, you are correct. It kind of pissed me off that it was becoming a big term, but I feel like as somebody who wants to stream... Unfortunately, I can't find where the button is. I haven't been able to click go live in so long. And the psychosis is getting worse. I even feel like I'm talking to someone. No. I feel like I need to keep my my finger on the pulse of what slang we are now... Sorry. I was gonna say what slang we are now stealing from black people before we incorporate it into our speech. Happens more often than you may think. But LARPing, I feel like that one, I don't actually know 100% the origin, but I'm pretty sure it came from like Dungeons and Dragons live action role playing and like technically Civil War reenactment, stuff like that. That's also live action roleplay, but I don't know if the people who do reenactments call it roleplay. I think they view themselves as above it being roleplay. Probably. And yet they don't truly shoot at each other. Makes you wonder. Not reenacting, if you ask me. Seems like you're playing a role. If it was a true reenactment, you'd be firing on all fronts. You're not firing on all fronts. Sorry, buddy. That's role-playing. I remember when I was a kid, my uncle wanted to take me to a Civil War reenactment. Sounds like a setup of something horrible, by the way. Like, that just sounds atrocious. That is not good to hear. But no, it was because he wanted me to be the drummer boy. My parents said no, because I didn't look like I wanted to do it at all, which I was very happy about. Because now, as an adult man, I can think of no worse way that I would want to spend a weekend than pretending to be a drummer boy while we eat mock Civil War food. It doesn't sound... I'm sure that's somebody's cup of tea, and you know what? Power to them. It will not be mine. Your uncle's stowing you away for the World War II roleplay? Yeah, that's actually... He was just buttering them up by being like, oh, you don't want to do the Civil War one? Alright. Don't worry, buddy. I'm gonna make sure you get in on the storming Normandy roleplay. You can be the first one who shrapnel flies into. Doesn't that sound fun? Yes! That's what I want to do, please! Oh, man. But do you play chess? Are you watching the 100K tournament tomorrow? A lot of big names. Big names in the chess world, or is it like a 100K tournament where it's one of the ones where they're trying to get people into chess, so it's a bunch of streamers who you wouldn't expect to be good at chess playing chess? Because those are the two kinds of tournaments I know. Like real, actual chess, or 100K content creator tourney. Okay. Who do they got on that one? I gotta know. Because I've got, in my mind, there's a couple of streamers where I'm like, oh, I can see them being good at chess. And then there's a 7 times longer list where I think to myself, there is no chance in hell they would be good at chess. I feel like the list I'm thinking of right now is 98% hope chess players, where they're just going, fuck it, we gotta move and hope the opponent doesn't see that I'm opening myself up to mate. That's and maybe I have a low view of content creators. It's only because I want to be one, which means, do I even want to? I don't know. I think I just like talking. You know what I mean? I just enjoy the yap of it more than anything. Because I think when I said I want to be a content creator, there was some neuron in my brain that fired and like screamed out, no! It was like an actual ancestral fight or flight. I felt all of the different generations of my family reaching down to me and going, you don't want that! Stable Ronaldo got his nickname the Fart of Chest first day on the game. Yeah, wait, did they have, what's the name of that one? What's the name of the one guy who's at FaZe and didn't believe we went to the moon? I saw a clip from him recently. What's that guy's name? Is it Lacey? Is Lacey the one who doesn't believe we went to the moon? Because that guy, I have to believe, is atrocious at chess. It just would hurt my mental image of everything. Lacey isn't on there? Yeah, he'd probably deny that you, like, mated him, right? You'd have him in mate and you'd go, there's no proof of that. There's no proof that you have me in mate right now. My dog Joe Bart is though. Dude, the more clips I've seen from Joe Bart, I'm like, I get why people like this guy so much. I kind of fuck with him too. He sometimes embodies loud equals funny, but I think that that's a lot of streamers. And you know what? I'm fucking tired of people acting like loud doesn't equal funny. People will say, loud equals funny isn't true. Loud equals funny isn't true. Explain how it's possible then that some of the largest creators are creators like Jinxie. Because every clip I've seen from Jinxie, he is screaming into his microphone. And everybody in the comments says he's so funny. And I go, no offense, I couldn't hear a joke because it was like his mic was clipping 85% of it. So maybe, but I think that is like the, oh, but he's crashing out. You know what I mean? Like he's so high energy, that's so funny. Which, when he isn't screaming, he's pretty funny. I think this, look, I've got no judgment on the guy because I never actually sat down and watched one of his streams. It's just every time, the other one who I see scream all the time and people say is really funny, and this is my proof that loud does equal funny, and you can't say otherwise because there's the number of people tuning in. Every clip I've seen from the Burnt Peanut, he is screaming at somebody in Arc Raiders. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand why that's funny because it is a voice. It is a proximity chat voice game, and screaming at people in a proximity chat voice game, there is something innately funny about that. So I do understand why people like him. Would I sit down and watch him? I think I would sooner grate my eyeballs and I would use sandpaper to smooth out my eyes before I would want to watch someone play Arc Raiders or any extraction shooter. Really? Peanut from the clips I've seen doesn't strike me as the screaming type? Oh, I don't know. I've just seen him down people. Like, there's one clip that people were like, this is probably his funniest clip. And it was, he like downed someone and then just started screaming, make peace with your God, or something like that. And I was like, okay, I get it. Yeah, he's loud. It's funny. He's screaming over the other guy who's trying to talk. It's funny. That's voice chat. That's how voice chat works. Yuck, that's kind of cringe. Look, I don't really watch the guy. In fact, the largest streamer that I watch is Queso. Thank you. Is it funny? Yep, because I said large. You guys get it? You guys understand? Fat joke. Pretty funny. I know. Cutting edge stuff here. No, but like the largest streamer I actually watch though for real is Northern Lion. Northern Lion's the only streamer I ever watch who has over 10K viewers. And I don't even know if that's consistent. I know it is right now because he just came back from like a long break. But even then, a lot of the reason I watch Northern Lion, well, it's two-part. One's nostalgia. I've been watching him since like 2014? Since Rebirth released. So at this point, it just feels like it would be cheating to stop watching him. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to be parasocial is what I'm saying. He knows me really well because guys, I've been subscribed for so long. Like he knows me by name. We're basically best friends is what I'm trying to say. No. But even then, the other reason that I watch him is because he's live the entire time that I'm working for the most part. Like, obviously, I've got a couple hours in the morning before he goes live because he doesn't stream for as long as I work. But it's nice to have background noise that's guaranteed to be able to be thrown on. So that's a big part of why I watch so much Northernlion. Dude, I mean, what's the smart money on? Yo, every single web developer I've seen has loved Northernlion. Yeah, I think if you work in the tech field, you probably like them. And they're all like 30 plus. Thin Ice, buddy. I'm a young buck at a spry 25, okay? My knees only crack sometimes when I stand up. So, can it? You can tell how young and spry I am by the usage of the term young buck. That's how you know. It is such a fun phrase, man. I want to incorporate more white people phrases into my day-to-day life. You know what I mean? Like, I want to drop "you're on thin ice" to people all the time. You ready to rock and roll? Like, I really want to start hitting those more often because I just think they're such powerful statements, but I don't use them to their full capability. That, and also, it's slang that I know I can appropriate. Hey, young cat, let me tell you something. That's how you know you're not an uncle. Yeah, exactly. You also know you're not an uncle if you spell it out. If you abbreviate it unk, you might be unk status. If you spell out the full thing as uncle, not unk status. Oh. Dude, you wanna know why I decided to kind of do a just chatting kind of idea today? Yesterday, I did what I like to call market research, which means I watched another VTuber for the first time. Guys, they just sit there and talk for hours. I didn't know you could do that. I thought you, like, had to put on Slay the Spire 2 and mumble about what the card does for 3.5 hours. Turns out, much to my surprise, you're actually just allowed to click the go live button. It's kind of like podcasting. Anybody can start their own podcast. And all you need is a microphone and just like just enough hatred for women that you can try to break into the alpha man sphere. Because that's where you're going to make your real money podcasting, all right? Nobody wants to watch you actually be funny on a podcast. They want their beliefs to be reached. And you know what else you could talk about? Because this is a topic that I really think people could delve into more. And I'm surprised I haven't seen anybody talk about it. You could probably make a podcast all about AI and its effects. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure people would love to hear some random guy's thoughts on that. Even more so because nobody else talks about it. It would be awesome. You could talk the first person to be either anti or pro AI and make your whole podcast nothing but that. That's a one-of-one idea. You're welcome. You're welcome. Bro, we don't need any more podcasts in this world. Oh, I'm trying to cast the most vicious hex of all. I'm trying to make more AI ones. Because, dear Lord, I see so many people giving their... Here's my truthful take on AI, if you need another take from somebody else. Yeah, no one ever talks about AI, and it's not literally all people talk about on the internet. Dude, here's the only thing that I'm really sick of is I'm getting so tired of AI companies advertising. But forget about the ethics, forget about the morals, forget about whether or not you like the product or don't like the product. I'm tired of every single website only being people going, check out our AI agents to make your job easier. Tired of managing real people? Try our AI agents. Oh, I understand that you've been having a lot of trouble coding. Have you tried our AI assistant? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't give a... I'm so tired of seeing those advertisements so much. People just don't want to do their jobs. It's actually insane that the kinds of jobs AI can take right now are like my job as a web developer. A lot of people's jobs coding. Because all you need is one senior engineer to be able to work on the AI, and the AI will do the rest. You want to know what jobs they can't replace right now? Dude, if you are currently 18 years old and working at a Jamba Juice in the mall, I've got great fucking news for you. You are the safest person alive. They actually can't touch your job. You are immune to everything, okay? Me, I'm in a coding sphere, all right? AI, it's gonna take my job probably in a week from now. You know what I mean? It's moving that fast. What AI can't do, AI couldn't possibly comprehend creating the kinds of Starbucks orders that I see people giving on the daily. So you're so safe if you're a barista. It's actually great. That's a very marketable skill right now. And honestly, the funniest use of AI, and my boss does it, and every time it just makes me laugh, is using AI to write emails, man. That's so funny. That's fucking awesome. God, your job description entails that one? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. For coding, it's felt like it's been over for like 4 years. If you want the truth about coding, you're kind of an idiot if you go into coding right now. Like, if you're just graduating high school this year, allow me to give you some unasked for, unsolicited advice from somebody older than you. Your favorite thing to listen to. Slightly older, mind you. If you are currently graduating high school and about to go into a tech field, I urge and implore you to reconsider unless you're going for something insanely niche that people actively despise. But if you are thinking to yourself, yeah, I think I'll go for cybersecurity, turn around and leave right now. And I'm not telling you that because cybersecurity is not a good field. I'm telling you that because everybody was told this field's going to grow forever and it's going to be the best field you can go into. And no matter what happens, it's going to be so secure and stable. Turns out when there's so many people out there looking for the exact same stable and secure job, it's no longer secure and stable because fucking everybody knows how to do it. I'm not kidding. And I know that this is anecdotal from the friend group that I ran with because obviously they would have more of an inclination to go towards coding because coding's something that I was passionate about. Of course, coding would be something they're passionate about. But still, I know personally 12 different people from my high school who went into cybersecurity, which is crazy because I didn't know most of my high school. I couldn't even tell you most of their names at this point. It's information that was so useless to me. I'm sure 1 year after I graduated high school, it all left. But from my group of like probably 30 some people that I could still name from high school, I know 12 of them that went into cybersecurity. It is not a safe field. You need to run around and do something. Go learn a trade, man. No one's going after that one. In fact, I was thinking about going back and going for something for a trade. What trade would I do? I feel like HVAC is the coziest, you know? Like, don't get me wrong. It's probably gonna suck ass to go to somebody's house where their air conditioning doesn't work and it's like 100 degrees outside and you're crawling around in their attic. That would probably suck ass. But with being an electrician, I think I would probably kill myself. With being a plumber, I could probably be a plumber. Gross smells don't really bother me. I feel like I could be a plumber. But then also, I just feel like being HVAC, that's like the easiest. Because it's all about just having the tools. Plugging in the tools, testing stuff, and going, oh, your Freon's low. Don't worry, we'll retop that up. Or looking at it and going, yeah, your board's fried. You're going to have to order a new one of these. Or be like, don't worry, we can order it for you. Yeah. Crazy in the span of less than a decade, the entire view of blue collar has flipped. Yeah, I mean, I think there's some blue collar I wouldn't want to do. I wouldn't want to do just normal construction, but that's just because normal construction guys, oh my God, do they get treated like shit. I don't think I'd want to do that at all. That's one that I couldn't go into, for sure. That's a blue collar that would kill me. I've got soft hands, brother, all right? I'm made to be... The hardest part about me is my knees for when I'm down there. That's the hardest part about me. You got soft baby hands, pick up a brick. Yep, what can I say? Unless you got calluses like these, and it sounds like the dude who sprays dog medicine on himself every single night. Unless you got calluses like these, I don't want you in my job. That's the other part that scares me. If I went into blue collar, I'd have to start talking like that. I would need to. Like, it's not, I don't think it would be an option. I would just, 2 days on the job. It'd be like those videos of trans people that are like, here's me 0 days on voice training. And then it just keeps going from there and there. Here's me 0 days on blue collar. And then we'd cut to like 2 years later. Yep, and here we are about 2 years into working on the old rig. You know how it is. It might turn me into an actual man. That scares me. I'm supposed to be a soft man. Because like soft times make soft men. And I'm trying to be soft. It's just so hard when I'm so hard. Am I right or am I right? Stay erect, king. Go into my little sub headline for Salted Slices. It's right underneath there. It's the tagline for the channel, so I'm sure you've noticed it. You're killing him, Salted. You're killing him. Yup. You're killing him is exactly what I said to Luigi Maggioni on the night of... Wait, what? Not, I'm sorry. No, he didn't do that shit, right? Whatever happened with that court case? I'm probably just not at liberty to have any opinions on that currently. I did see the Mario movie where they're going on tour and they asked Charlie Day who his favorite Luigis are in recent U.S. history. And people were like, oh my god, I can't believe he said Luigi Maggioni. Can you fucking name another Luigi? Like, what the fuck else could he possibly have said? Yes, he said Luigi from the Mario movie, and then he said Luigi Maggioni. Luigi from Mario? Yeah, he said that one first. They asked what his favorites were. Obviously, that's the answer they were looking for. Like, they backed him into a corner. The game was rigged from the start. He did, but don't worry, he did first say the Luigi he plays in the Mario movie. So he put the king first. We're all good. He would not dare forget that one. But yeah, no, I don't know. I saw people online being like, he should not be saying that. It's a children's movie. And it's like, dog, do you really think children are watching the red carpet interviews for the Mario movie? There's no shot they are. I just don't believe it. I don't believe they watched the movie and went, wow, I really enjoyed Yoshi's character. I wonder what Donald Glover has said on interviews regarding his role in this movie. Come on. Dude, they're too busy throwing up on themselves and buying the Toon 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 Sahur Fortnite skin, okay? They've got no idea that he even said that shit on an interview. That's a crazy joke to pull out, though. You can't lie. Yeah, I mean, like, that one is insane. Especially, dude, the part that, like, pissed me off is the interviewer was like, whoa, when he said that. I'm like, dog, when you structured the question and said your favorite Luigi's, what the fuck were you possibly thinking he would say otherwise? Oh, Luigi down the street, he actually owns a flat and I know him, he's a cool dude. Like, what the fuck? There's no other answer. Can you think of a third Luigi? No. That's why I'm like, I don't blame Charlie Day at all for that answer. Because if you put it in plural, that means you need at least two. Unfortunately, there's only two Luigis I can think of. You know what, actually? Yeah, I can't think of another Luigi. Wait, let me check. Hold on. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, I was right. His name is Luigi. Hold on. Let me save this image and pull it up on stream. What the fuck is this? Anyways, check this shit out. I'd say, oh, you want to know my favorite Luigi? Well, I would say the one that probably has influenced me the most in my life and has caused the most change for me going forward was probably my goat Luigi from the movie Cars. You probably know him as Guido's, kind of like, him and Guido are really tight like that. So I'd probably say this Luigi really changed a lot for me over here. That one's definitely up there. And then, of course, right underneath him is Luigi Maggioni. No, I'd still bring it back to that. I'd still tie it in. He's got to get his gum-ups on there somehow. Oh, man. Ooh. Ooh. You know, this is actually a good exercise for me. This is a little bit of exposure therapy. And you might be like, oh, how is this exposure therapy? I didn't tell you guys. I have a scary looking clown in the corner of my room who's like making faces at me and I'm terrified of clowns. No, obviously that's not the case. It's good that I'm doing a little bit of a just chatting stream because it's teaching me that it's okay for me to have 3 seconds of downtime where I don't say anything. And that's a big improvement because when I first started streaming, I didn't believe I could have 1 second of downtime. And now I'm learning that maybe every now and then, it's all right if I take a sip of water. Maybe, if I've earned it. As the court jester, though, if the king fucking at me and tells me to make a joke and do a little dance, I'm gonna make the joke and do a little dance, all right? It's how it has to be. Will allow you to drink water? Yes. Thank you for being so benevolent. Only a little bit, though. I mean, you don't want me going to hydrolysis. It's scary. It's like the woman who won the Wii for a Wii contest, but I don't know if she actually won. Hope everyone knows that story and I don't sound insane right now. Should I give context? No, I'm gonna normalize not giving context. Normalize just saying shit. Normalize saying shit on the internet, not backing it up with a source, and moving on if anybody questions it. You sound insane right now. Fucking, you sounded like my therapist now, dude. Okay. Oh, you need to take your medication. You need to take your medication. No. They make the voice that tells me what to do stop. I'm not gonna do that. And he keeps telling me to buy the new Kanye album and support Kanye as much as possible. I'm going to keep doing it. Oh, man. Separating the art from the artist, but it's... Hold on. There's a joke that could be there. But I don't know if it's too much for Twitch. The idea, by the way, was going to be separating the art from the artist. But, like, the guy... Oh, I just think it's too... not good of a joke to make out loud. But know that I almost fired on that cylinder. That cylinder was really close to ignition. Like, I actually diffused that one as the gunpowder was lighting. So we should be pretty happy about that. The new Kanye album is really good, though. I mean, like, what's the public consensus on Kanye, right? It's too dark and twisted because it came from your dark and deep mind. Fuck. Literally someone who fucking understands me. I kind of feel like the only person left. Like, when I tell people I like dark music, like Imagine Dragons and 21 Pilots, I don't expect everyone to understand my twisted, dark sense of music taste, okay? But it really speaks to me. Man, I have one friend, every time I hop in his car, it makes me smile a little bit. Because he still listens to almost exclusively Imagine Dragons, Fallout Boy, who else? I mean, those are the main two that I think of, and every time I hop in, I'm like, man, my fucking, like, it would be so awesome if my middle school music tastes just stopped right there. That would be so easy. Because you know how hard it is to find good music now? It's actually impossible, man. It's so hard to find good music now. It's so... Because AI has ruined Spotify. You got 7,000 new artists popping up every single day. All of them flooding it with songs that sound exactly the same. But they drown out the real indie artists and the real up-and-coming artists because they can't get any of the search engine. Because someone's grandma is too busy listening to a pop song that was generated by ChatGPT in under 2 minutes. This peasant uses Spotify instead of YouTube. Is YouTube any better about it? What the fuck is this song? I don't like this one. Oh, it's from Parappa the Rapper too. Never mind, I love this one. I've got nothing to say about that, actually. Also, wait, public consensus is that he may be a little bipolar and a bad guy, but he makes good music. I mean, did he recently say that a lot of the stuff and a lot of the views he held were because he stopped his medication when he wasn't supposed to stop it and all that kind of stuff? It's probably a bit too nuanced for me to get into here. But I guess what I'm trying to say is he did make Graduation, so we should probably at least cut him a little bit of credit, right? Like, he gets some slack for that one. Not to mention Estelle's American Boy. He's the best part of the whole song. Who's killing him in the UK? Everyone gonna say UK reluctantly because most of this press don't fuck with me. That's so good. That's such a great line. It's the best part of the whole song. All right. I'm waiting when she's singing. I'm just waiting, and I'm like, when it gets to Kanye's verse, we're gonna. And you know what? At the time, it was okay to say that. Now, when he says reluctantly because most of this press don't fuck with me, it's a little bit more dubious because you understand the context behind it. Also, guards, kill aggravated tugboat Q. In Minecraft. In Minecraft, get him out of here. He is, but also he's a bot who's not a real person. That's a good ass name. No, it did feel great to read out loud. It is a really good name. You know what? Actually, mod him. Let him stay. I got like 70% of my music in my playlist from YouTube recommendations. What if I was just like guy who only listens to video game soundtracks and anime openings? What would I do? Not that that is me, obviously. Bit the fuck out of my tongue there. Ow. Sorry, I'm making sure it's not bleeding. No, we're good. Never mind, didn't bite it that hard then. But if I had just a little bit more milk in my system to strengthen... Does calcium strengthen your teeth? I can give you one of his best songs in the new album. I don't know if you want to give the view on his song, but hey, it's fire. I think that, like, I'm the kind of guy... Well, I'm not the kind of guy to talk about boycotts, right? Because everyone was saying, like, we had to boycott McDonald's. And I was like, yeah, when do I even go to McDonald's anyways? And then McDonald's would release a new specialty item, and I'd be like, okay, I'll give that one try. So, like, I'm probably not the strongest soldier to act like I have more. I also play World of Warcraft, you know, a Blizzard entertainment game. So I'm probably not the king of morals when it comes to, like, who you should and should not support, you know? Like, I acknowledge and recognize my own, but that's why I try not to morally grandstand about other people. For example, if you played Hogwarts Legacy, I don't think that you're the enemy of Christ and you deserve eternal damnation. Sure, I don't agree with what Rowling said. I don't think that makes you the enemy of Christ for buying and playing Hogwarts Legacy. I just think it means you have bad taste in media because you still like Harry Potter. No, I'm kidding. Harry Potter is actually awesome if you're 10 years old. So, that's fine. Hogwarts Legacy is just an ass game. It does not look fun. I've never seen a single clip from it that looks good. So, and also people who are like, no, Harry Potter actually does have really good morals. Like, don't be racist and accept others for who they are. If they were such good morals, maybe Joanne should have listened. That's what all I'll say is she sure seems to be able to ignore those morals pretty easily. So how am I to say? Also, it's young adult fiction. Of course it has good morals. That's all they have. It's either that or, like, fantasy. Motherfuckers say Hogwarts is deep and its main plot point is the power of friendship and don't be racist. Yeah, and Joanne almost got the main plot points down. What's the K stand for, by the way? Like, obviously I know it's Joanne something Rowling, but I don't know what the K stands for in her name. Unless it is Just Kidding Rowling, in which case that's awesome, dude. Just kidding. I fucking knew it. My man. My man. I hope that it didn't look like I was reading your message because I did say it at the exact same time. Alright, and also, there's stream delay, so you gotta, you know, keep that in mind. I usually don't know what the stream delay is like on Twitch. I think on Twitch, it's actually pretty instant. YouTube, though, oh my god, YouTube, it'll randomly just add like 2-3 minutes of delay to everything I'm saying for people. Like, I'll get a message from somebody, and they'll be saying something. They'll respond to something on YouTube that was such a spur-of-the-moment quick question that I already forgot about, and I'll be like, what are you talking about? And they'll be like, then it'll be another 30 seconds, and I go, the question you just asked. I actually feel like I'm talking to the phone operator, and I'm like, can you just move that wire really quickly? Alright, my mods didn't ban Aggravated Tugboat Q. I'm sorry, Aggravated Tugboat Q. I'm gonna have to click this button myself. Thanks for the view, though. Thanks for the view, Lil Pup. It's appreciated. Sorry, I've still got Luigi Cars movie up on my other tab, and I'm looking at his exhaust pipe. I didn't know they could post that there, man. That's indecent. Oh my god. Yeah, it's okay to copy my homework, little chump. Yup. You guys want the truth? I've got a ghostwriter, actually, for every single joke I've ever made on stream. He's standing behind my computer right now, and he's miming out in American Sign Language in order to give me the jokes that I need. Now, the unfortunate part, and he's really losing his mind right now, I don't know American Sign Language, so I don't think that I'm delivering the jokes the right way. And he is flailing. And whatever gesture he just did, I don't think that's... I got an idea what that one meant, and I don't think I'm allowed to say it, so... No, that's so funny, though. Our stream is secretly, like, 5 minutes delayed. Yeah, actually, fucking foresight. I'm gonna predict 5 minutes of what the conversation is going to be like. Dude, I don't even know what I'm gonna say in the next 3 seconds. Alright, evidently it was nothing. Bet you didn't have your smart money on that one. Close the Polymarket bet. Man, I look at myself on Polymarket. I want to manipulate the market. I want to set something up like my own competition that's so rigged, but nobody else knows that. And all I have to do is then get the outcome I want to make $1 million. We zoom inside your head and it's just empty. It's dust. Dude, it's the one scene from SpongeBob where the milk just falls over and that's all that's in his mind. I think that's illegal, bro. If that was illegal, why is my government doing it 24/7? Fucking makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. It can't be that illegal. You're telling me that it was just a coincidence that all of these crazy ass bets keep hitting, and right before they hit, like 2 minutes before they hit, actually even less than that, like a minute before they hit, people are putting down $500,000 on it randomly when nobody else was betting that much money on it, and then it hits instantly? You're telling me there's not insider manipulation of the market going on there? Come on now. And they pay them out still, so I'm leading by example, you know? Yeah, I for the first time in my life, because I was thinking about this one League streamer I used to watch. He was a dude called Yasuo, named after the League of Legends champion Yasuo. And I went, hey, what's up with him? I don't think I've seen him live on Twitch in a while. And I went, he probably just quit League, if I had to guess. So all he does now is he just streams gambling 24/7. That has to kill your brain, right? Like, that can't be good for you. If we look at the healthy brain versus the gambling 24/7 brain, the gambling 24/7 one has to be like, looks like a raisin shriveled up and atrophied there. There's no way. It can't kill your brain more than League. Wow, that is true. He was on a fucking horrible rotation. You're right. Actually, maybe like doing cocaine and hitting up slot machines for 20 hours is the only way to save your brain from League of Legends. It's the only way to like revitalize the nutrients. I don't know if he actually does cocaine. I just picked the drug of choice because people love doing drugs and gambling. Not me, though. I choose sobriety, just like I always choose abstinence. And people always make fun of me and say it's not a choice. It is. It's a choice. But don't say that. I'm doing this because I want to. God, I wish I could cry on command. That would have made that so much more convincing. Unfortunately, my parents pulled me out of my acting classes as a kid, so I never got to fucking finish, dude. But they kept me in an improv class. So when my parents sat me down for the hard talk, they were like, you know, me and your mother are going to be separating. And then I went, yes, and? It was horrible, dude. It was horrible. It was so embarrassing. Turns out it wasn't a scene. No, I mean, it was really fun. So when I was a kid, there were these collectibles that I would always urge my parents to get. They were called Go-Go's Crazy Bones. And they were just like little plastic figures that at this point are surely polluting up in landfills because they were overpackaged in plastic too. But I loved them, man. I thought they were so cool. And they had these like chase ones you could get. And they would just be like different paint job versions of them. Man, it must have been a crazy whiplash for my parents because they would be like yelling at each other on the verge of getting separated as they eventually did. And then I would walk in and be like, Dad, look, this one's a wanted Go-Go and it kind of looks like a pirate. Isn't that freaking awesome? And they have to be like, yeah, champ, that's really cool. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go play with it now. And then I would leave for hours. That's gotta, I mean, I don't think I'm built for having kids. I'll be honest. I don't think I ever will. Granted, I think a big part of why I'm not built for having kids, and I don't know if this is probably the common plight. I'd want to be able to bring somebody into this world or adopt. I mean, I'd probably adopt. Let's be real. I think there's enough kids who don't have a home right now that if I ever wanted kids, I'd definitely adopt because I mean, it can't be good to stay in foster care your whole life. Just with how underfunded foster care is here and all that kind of stuff. Plus, not to mention, I'm not one of those fucking freakalopes who thinks to myself, my kid can only be my own child if they are from directly my seed. No, not at all. Chad, should I feed my kid? Wait, that's actually, yo, that would go so crazy. You join into the stream. Up top, right there above me, there's a bar that goes like, child food fund. And I keep looking up and I go, Chat, it's not filling. Sorry, little Timmy. They don't want you to eat. I do, but it's me slamming my mouse after losing an Overwatch game. My child's crying in the background. I'm like, little Timmy, you think you have it rough? My honor won't fucking nano me. I called I have Blade. I called it, and they didn't nano me. Oh man. Never mind. Maybe I should have a kid. Never mind. I'm actually seeing the lines now. No, but this is the main reason I don't want kids. I don't know if this is a relatable viewpoint or if I'm just like the greediest bastard alive. Dude, I don't feel like I have enough money to ever have a kid. Because like I'm already barely being positive now that, well, I mean, you know, if I'm allowed to talk about my finances for a second. I'm positive on money every month. I'm not like at risk of going under, but I'm barely positive now compared to what I used to be. But it's definitely a worthwhile trade-off because now I own a condo instead of renting an apartment. So I'd way rather be barely positive here, but actually own the place as opposed to just renting every single month and throwing my money down the drain because it looks cool when it swirls. I'd actually do the little technique where I'd make a vortex and I'd watch all of my money get sucked away. Just to let it drain out a little bit faster. But yeah, I don't feel like I have enough money to want a kid right now. Because that's the fucked up part. They eat food, but they don't work. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, also, so the other weekend, I was watching, or I get the financial aspects. Yeah, kids are expensive, man, especially in the infancy. Yeah, exactly. I think it's easy on the internet to psyop yourself into hating children. I think it's really easy to do that. I also think it's really easy to lose all empathy for somebody who is a parent when you aren't a parent. I think that's the easiest thing of all time to do. Like, you'll see someone on a plane who has a baby that's crying, and obviously the parent is embarrassed as fuck about that because they don't want to have their kid crying either. But then people will say like, well, why'd they have the kid if they wanted to ever travel? And it's like, I don't know, man. Life's short. They decided to. They're in over their head and they want a vacation. Can't blame them. But people on the internet will be like, if you have a child and you have come within 30 feet of my table, I am going to do the Chappelle Roan bodyguard and send somebody to scream at you. This is what you get for approaching so easily. You just remember that. You deserve this. Yeah, but yeah, so the other day I was over at my family movie night, because every Friday we grab pizza from some, either like Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, whatever, just like an easy carry-out pizza place. And we watch a movie together. And we watched, hold on, let me double check the movie real quick. It was it The Devil's, hold on. Yes, yeah, The Devil's Advocate, 1997. It is Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. Al Pacino is the devil. Spoiler, you could probably guess that though from the name Devil's Advocate. And Keanu Reeves goes to New York to become a lawyer, working underneath him, working under Al Pacino's desk. You know what I'm saying? No. So it is a 1997 movie set in New York. And he goes to New York, right? And you know that feeling when you watch the Titanic? That you know the ship is gonna sink by the end of the movie because it's the Titanic. So there's like this awkward sense of suspense the entire time you're watching the film. Watching them pan out to a 90s skyline of New York and seeing the Twin Towers standing, I get the exact same feeling. Like, obviously, it's a 1997 film. They have no clue 4 years from now those bad boys are going down. But I'm watching it like, by the end of the movie, is it gonna fucking happen, dude? Am I about to see? Is that shit gonna go down in this film? It might. It just might. Like, I get the exact same sense of dread every time I see them. I'm like, they don't even know. They're just standing around it. They don't know that thing's gonna go down. As my dad showed me pictures from him and my mom going in the 90s to New York, and they're standing in front of the Twin Towers in the skyline behind them, giving like thumbs up and stuff, looking all happy, and I was like, they don't know. I've got knowledge they don't. Keanu Reeves should have known. If he was really a good lawyer, he would have seen it coming. You're telling me he can't play defense for that? Objection! As an adult, you gotta just tank these social situations. It's your burden to bear, not really anything you can do. Yes. I mean, I think it's also, dude, I don't know what it is. As a people, though, I just don't think we're as tapped in with each other as we should be. And I'm not saying, like, you have to, next time you get on the bus, you should be offering a hand job to the dude you're sitting next to. You don't have to get that intimate with them. But people are so adverse to any form of conversation with a stranger. It's insane. They're so adverse to it, man. I'll sit next to somebody, I'll be like, hey, how's it going? And then they'll take out their headphones, they'll be like, what do you need? And I'm like, oh, never mind, sorry, I didn't see you had headphones in. And they're like, yeah. And they just put it back in, and I'm like, damn, maybe fuck me. And also, I know you're doing that. I know you're doing the thing where you are pretending to be listening to something, because I highly doubt that you actually had something interesting to listen to this entire time. Maybe you're listening to a podcast, but I'll let you know right now, talking with another person is infinitely more interesting than any podcast has ever been. What are you going to listen to on that podcast, dude? Hell no. Whoa, hold on. I've got to listen to 4 college students who know nothing about finance aside from what their teacher just taught them tell me what I should invest in on the S&P 500, dude. Please let me listen to this. Fuck no, we're going to have a conversation person to person to make a connection. Okay, that's what we're on this earth to do. But then again, if I did hear them take out their headphone and like I hear a podcast with the words cryptocurrency, I think that I'm not a brave enough man. I would probably just go, oh, never mind. You have fun. You go right back to where you were. I really don't want to interrupt that. Like, I don't think we're going to find common ground. Motherfuckers are just in their own bubble. It's fine to be in your own bubble. I just don't like when people aren't even remotely personable. I know you can act friendly to others. There's just no shot you can't because you work a job. That's all. Every job you act friendly to others. I'll let you in on this as a secret, dude. The Chick-fil-A employee, when she hits you with the, oh, my pleasure, she doesn't, it's corporate training, guys. It wasn't actually her pleasure. She'd probably rather be at home, but still getting paid. What do you mean she doesn't like me? No, there's one exception, actually. The one who took Eldon's order and said, my pleasure, she meant it. That was the love of your life. You should go back to that Chick-fil-A every single day except for Sunday because they'll be closed. So, but even then, that shows dedication if you wait out Sunday all day waiting for her to hopefully show up. That's the only exception. Fuck, you're so right. I should whip out a ring. Dude, fucking onion ring? Oh, shit. That's how you should cap it off. I did get to go to Culver's on my road trip. I understand why people love Culver's, but also the second I went in, I totally understood why it was a Wisconsin-started place. Because when I saw the sheer amount of dairy, custard, and cheese on the menu, I went, yeah, this would make a killing in Wisconsin. The Wisconsin stomach, I think, If scientists would ever look at the average Wisconsin resident's stomach, we might be able to reverse engineer a permanent cure to lactose intolerance. Because something is not right. They have an ungodly amount of dairy there. And they're just fine. They're completely fine. In fact, I feel like lactose intolerance is almost like their Mothman. You know what I mean? It's a myth that they tell the kids to get them scared. Wait, Mom, you're telling me I wouldn't be able to have custard every night? Don't worry, baby. That's only if the lactose intolerance gets you. I bet their bones are strong as shit. Yeah, the average Wisconsin resident could probably tank an 18-wheeler. If an 18-wheeler got into a crash with the average Wisconsin resident, they'd have to make sure that the 18-wheeler could keep running so it can finish the delivery. The guy from Wisconsin, he just had to pick himself out of the crater. Unmovable object versus unstoppable force, you know what I'm saying? I had a big day at work, man. I'm exhausted. That's also the reason why I was like, I don't know if I'm in for a game right now. Also, wait, you are at Wisconsin? What the fuck's popping over there? No, they just had signs that said they had started in Wisconsin. Culver's is kind of just like, it's a very... Okay, technically, it is the Midwest. But, oh my God, is the Midwest the worst description of the United States? If you don't know where the Midwest is, hold on. United States Midwest. This is the fucking stupidest shit of all time. This is the stupidest shit of all time. Allow me to show you guys, in case you've never seen. Probably in the middle. Yeah, the Midwest would be on the middle western side of it, you would say. Yep, that makes sense. It's called the Midwest. All right, so now I want you to explain this to me. Why the fuck is it the Mid-East? What the fuck is that? That's the East. Yes, it's not the Northeast, but it is definitely the Mid-East, because the Midwest is very clearly not there. I can't believe that that's the... Oh, no, it's the middle part of the United States in the western... Well, almost. Well, actually, it doesn't even fucking encroach on the West, actually, because if we were to judge that way, we'd have to take it over a couple states, minimum. It's the stupidest term we have. I don't understand it at all. People say English is a confusing language. It just makes sense. It's the Midwest. Think about it. Anyways, there's a bunch of them in the Midwest area because Wisconsin is, if you don't know, included there in the Midwest. It is... Oh, I just realized you can't see my mouse. Connected to Michigan. Okay. Which one's Michigan? The one on the Great Lakes. The one that's separated by the Great Lakes. That's Michigan. It's on the left part underneath Michigan. But Ohio is the rightmost one that's in right there, or in red there. And the Ohio is where I ended up driving through to get to Michigan. Is the Little Dick part Florida? Thank you for calling it a Little Dick, because that's actually true for everybody who lives in Florida too. But that's primarily because it's everybody's grandparents moving down there to try and stay warm. And at that age, some shrinkage has occurred, unfortunately for them. But yes, the Little Dick part is Florida. Yeah. That little chode down there is Florida. Yeah, any other U.S. geography questions, class? I'm more than happy to answer. Hold on, allow me to walk in front of this really quickly. Actually, there's a better way to do that. There we go. See? Now I'm thinking. But yeah, no, so I went to a Culver's that was in Ohio. What a stupid fucking term. What a stupid term that is. There's Texas. I heard Texas is actually bigger than the US. It's true. It's kind of like how if Elon Musk gave everybody $1 million, he still wouldn't go broke. That's real, by the way. If he gave everybody on Earth $1 million, he still wouldn't be broke. That's real. I learned it on a podcast about finance hosted by two 21-year-olds. So I'm pretty sure they knew what they were talking about. That's getting it straight from the source, right? Those are some real intellectuals that we're discussing. Modern day Plato and Aristotle. Brand new, full throttle, touch me while your boys play Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're real Taylor heads around here. What do they sell at Culver's? It's just a typical fast food place, but it was pretty good. It's like a high tier fast food, which just kind of means it's all right food. It's a lot like a Dairy Queen, where they have a very big highlight on their ice cream and their custard and stuff. And I did get their custard before I went, and I enjoyed it. As long as you don't look at the caloric information, it was a lot of fun to go there. If you do look at the caloric information, it's a little bit questionable. But still. But look, here's the truth of the matter is when I'm on a road trip, I don't really give a fuck about the calories of what I'm eating, okay? I just need food in my system, and fast food will always be my go-to on a road trip because that's a lot of calories for a little bit of eating. So it's always going to be I go to fast food when I'm on a road trip. I don't care, dude. I don't care if that makes me... Would it make you woke or not? I don't know. Probably eat the amount of sugar in one custard that you'd eat in a week. I don't know. In the US, we add sugar to a lot of things. So I think my body is hardened for that. Then again, I did kind of like shit myself horribly upon getting home. Well, not in my pants, luckily. I was able to barely make it, so. But I did put in some work on my bidet. My bidet saw things that no man should. But honestly, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. I kind of fuck with getting a full cleanse like that from eating something. It's like a free laxative for me, you know? It's a nice, everything's cleared out. Is this from Ace Attorney? No. This is Girly Instant Brain. What the fuck is that? What is Instant Brain? Aside from what your mom's giving me when I show up. Instant Brain is it a Capcom game? Because if it is, I'm a genius if it is. Is a adventure game developed by Cave and Idea Factory. I've just never heard of them. Not gonna lie, bidets are kind of cringe. You take that back. You enjoy rubbing your ass with that paper, buddy? Getting in there, popping the Hemis by hand? I doubt it. Dude, bidets make me feel cleaner. I feel free. Granted, this is because it's also a bidet built into a toilet. This is where I will say bidets are cringe. Those little cheap-ass clip-on bidets, hell no. I hate them so much. You just have a white ass. Well, yes, I do have a white ass. Thank you for noticing. Dude, flirting. No, sorry. You have a wet ass afterwards that you wipe anyways. That's where white came from, by the way. I read the wipe at the bottom. Yes. What's the matter? You afraid of a little moisture? Are you Ben Shapiro's wife? Moisture doesn't scare me. The wetness excites me. Okay, so like in truth, I get where you're coming from. But the alternative is like, when I use the water and have that water pressure, I know I'm fully clearing away everything. Sometimes when I wipe, I'm worried that there's some like dried stuff that I missed and it's gonna crust. You know what I mean? The bidet is it's a deep clean. It's peace of mind factor. And I think that's for me where it kind of goes above and beyond, is I've got the sanctity of mind that I don't gotta crust it up ass. But if you're all for flavor savers, you're all for flavor savers. I'm not here to judge. You know, everybody has their own journey they have to go on. I mean, there was a point in time where we couldn't imagine not using a sponge that's communal to share with everyone. Bro, it's your asshole at the end of the day. It's not seeing enough action that you gotta clean it. Oh, it's seeing a lot of action. Just none with other people involved. By which I mean, I'm eating a lot of Culver's. It's going through one way. In fact, dude, I'll be real. Well, okay, hold on. Because I was thinking about diets, and I was going to talk about diets. Can we all agree that keto is a stupid fucking diet? Can we all agree on that? Has enough time passed that we can agree on it? It's not the dumbest, though. If somebody says they're going on keto because they were going to do the carnivore diet instead, okay, never mind. You're cool. Is keto the meat one? No, keto is the completely cut out all carbs under every circumstance, no matter what, as though they're not an essential food group. Now, don't get me wrong. Real quick. I understand some people have to go on keto for medical/health related reasons. obviously you're exempt from it. Obviously, when I say it's a stupid diet, it's very different. Yeah. I don't know, more or a balanced diet type of guy. More of a balanced diet kind of guy. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I'm more of a, like, you have to eat everything that's in front of you and make way too much of it and just keep consuming. You have to keep consuming. You must keep consuming. No, but like, I completely agree. I want a little bit of everything in each of my meals, if possible. And there's very few things that you really have to exclude. But I'm not so macro coded that I'm just able to do rice, chicken, and broccoli for every single meal. If I get to that point in time, put me down. I don't want to live anymore. That's not how I enjoy life or food. So just save us both some time. I find it difficult to eat the same meal 2 days in a row. I don't know what it is. I need something. I need variety, man. It's like it's the spice of life or something. It's why I can't meal prep. Because if I ever try to meal prep, it's not going to work out well. Especially because maybe I'm just like a fucking little diva. Maybe I'm a little spoiled princess brat or something like that. But I want to cook my food fresh every day. Reheating leftover food that I made never hits the same as having a day of. So I'd rather just spend the extra time and make it same day. But I understand I'm in a little bit of a privileged position because I gotta work from home. So I do have extra time to cook if need be. So, like, obviously it's a little bit different because if you're 14 hours deep at the oil rig, I doubt you've got time to fully plate up a gourmet meal, and you're just going to be cracking into the 17 Uncrustables you brought in your backpack, and that's understandable. Probably does require a little bit more than what I'm talking about. Dude, what could it possibly be that this thing is notifying me about? Hold on. Awesome. We're all good. Yeah. What? Oh. Well, anyways, I'll set that up later. I'm becoming more of a professional streamer, though. I don't know if you guys noticed the background and everything. Yeah, I'm pretty cool like that. No, man, it's the ease of access and simplicity. You just make a lot of food, put it in tins, and eat them throughout the week. I think the only exception I found to that, the only one that I'm fine with meal prepping, is I've meal prepped garlic parmesan burritos before. And like pizza burritos before. Those work really well meal prepped. Those are so good meal prepped. So like I'm fine with burritos and stuff like that, but when it's loose ingredients, like I've seen people suggest, oh, here's a honey barbecue mac and cheese you can make to meal prep for the whole week. I'm good, man. It's not going to taste as good when I reheat it. Those kinds of cheesy sauces always emulsify in a weird way, and I don't like how it tastes when you reheat it. It's kind of like how every time I make homemade Alfredo sauce and I reheat it, the oils are all separated, and people go, yeah, because you didn't use a binding agent. Like, well, no, man. I'm gonna eat whatever I've got here. Yes, the sauce has probably been broken apart, and if Gordon Ramsay was to taste it, he'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Luckily, I've just gotta shovel it down my gullet and swallow. Exact information that I got the first night on the job. You know what I'm saying? Shove it down your gullet, then swallow. That's what the boss told me if I want a promotion. And by God, did I. Gordon Ramsay would call you an idiot or something. Guy who goes on MasterChef because he has a degradation kink. Is that anything? I feel like that's not bad, right? Like he goes on there and purposefully cooks bad just for all of the 3 chefs to yell at him. That's all he wants out of the whole show. He's happy to go home in last place. If anything, it's even better for him. It's like the one gay guy playing Icky Cookie with everyone who keeps going, oh, I gotta eat it again. Ah, drat. Chef, are you bricked up right now? He gets hard. He uses that as like his ruler to see how many. He's using it to compare to like a table or how many tablespoons of butter he needs. He's just comparing. Okay. Sorry, chef, the environment was different. I used too much butter. I'm so used to measuring another way. There's something, man. Hold on. Do I know what game this one's from? Wow, what a fucking long-ass name. No, this one's a Hat in Time. So I'm just playing a random playlist of songs. You don't think I'm gonna get copyright struck for them, right? Surely not. It's video game music. The cookie bit's still on his face. No, I lost it. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Guys, and Mark shot such a big one. Oh, no. This is gonna be gross. And everyone else is like, dude, we've been keeping score. This is your 94th straight loss. We're starting to think you're not actually trying. He's like, no, man, one more round. I'm feeling good. I can never lose 95 in a row. I'm more of a 1 to 94 kind of win-loss record. You know how it is. Have you been seeing Pokemon Champions at all? Dude, it looks kind of fun, but I don't know if I'm a VGC player kind of guy. I wish I was, but I just don't think I've got that dog in me. Now, I haven't watched it about. It's kind of cool, but I know there's going to be innumerous complaints because I'm sure there's corners they cut. I'm nearly positive it's Game Freak. Well, I don't know if it is Game Freak, but it's the Pokemon company. Every time they put out anything, every game they make is a circle because it's all cut corners. So it is basically just like a VGC Pokemon simulator. Which is video game competitive. It's their competitive rule set. It's almost like an official Pokemon Showdown. And you might just say, why wouldn't you just play on Pokemon Showdown then, if it's like an official version of that? The truth of the matter is because Pokemon Showdown is filled with people who are so fucking dedicated to playing Pokemon at a competitive level that I have no desire at all, even whatsoever, to try and play on Pokemon Showdown, unless it was like the random battles mode on there or something like that. Rather, the free one that they have out now, it's pretty fun because there's a bunch of people who don't know what they're doing, and that makes it pretty fun. I've done a couple of battles offline. What team am I running right now? I don't really have one. All I know is I'm running Tyranitar and Garchomp because they're fucking cool as hell. And you might say, aren't those basic Pokemon to have as like ones that you really like? To which I'd respond, yeah, but like they're popular for a reason, all right? I'm not just a hipster. I know you probably think I'm nothing but a hipster who has to shit on everything popular. I like some popular things. Not JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, not Deltarune, not Hazbin Hotel, not Hell of a Boss, not Big Mouth, not... But, like, I do like some popular things. I'll shit on other ones, though. But, again, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the only reason I'll shit on it is because the fan base are the corniest motherfuckers on the internet. Like, they just need to learn how to act in public. Because I might actually really like JoJo's if I gave it a chance and watched it. But I just can't be caught watching the Rick and Morty of anime, dude. I just can't do it, all right? It's a bridge too far. Hell of a Boss and whatever you said after is justified, but JoJo's is crazy. Hey, I just justified that one. You haven't watched JoJo's and you hate it? No. Hold on. I made this clear at the start of the stream. It was a callback to earlier on the stream. I don't hate JoJo's. I might really like it if I watched the show. I despise how corny its fan base is, and it drives me away from wanting to engage with the IP because, oh my god, so many of the people who post about the show are some of the most obnoxious people online I've seen. It's like the Deltarune fan base that doesn't shut up about Deltarune. It's like the Hazbin Hotel fan base that doesn't shut up about Hazbin Hotel. The JoJo's fans are they're too overbearing, and it's almost like an out of principle, out of defiance. I haven't checked out anything with the IP. Again, I might like it a lot if I watch it, and I think part of me is afraid to like it a lot. It's kind of like if I listen to the Beatles, I might like them, but I'd rather just be like, fuck you, John Lennon. No, that's not true, actually. I wouldn't like the Beatles at all. I've listened to I haven't listened to every song on the Beatles discography, but I can safely say, as a guy in 2026, looking back on them now, I don't know why they were so big, because every single one of their songs sounds exactly the same. Every single one of them is just like an upbeat, imagine if no bad shit happened, and war is also horrible, and we don't fuck with war, and we want it to be sunny every day. All right, man. I get it. I'm sure for the time, that was awesome. But like right now, listening back on their discography, so many of them are like that. And I just don't like them. Bro, trust me, watch JoJo's Steel Ball run on Netflix. It'll change your life. It's like a separate universe. You don't gotta know anything. So it's actually funny you'd say that. Steel Ball run is what made me realize, damn, the JoJo's fan base is still like this. Because every single fucking TikTok I saw for like 2 weeks, it has had this same exact gif of a character from JoJo's underneath it that's super upvoted, and people in the comments are all going, yes, JoJo's, JoJo's. And I go, oh my God, fuck this show. The TikTok comment section is already hell on earth. It's already got people adding nothing at all that has anything of value. And to take it and further remove anything of value that people are talking about and just spam a gif from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, oh my lord, dude. And then I don't understand it. Some people are like laughing. They're like, it's so funny seeing this everywhere. Is it? Is it? Is it really? Because like I'm looking at it and I'm just going, okay, it's the same JoJo's character. Is it the one with King Von? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Yep. Yeah, that's the very one. Yeah, that's the exact same one. Yep, there it is. Yep. Put that underneath every single one, and everyone goes, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Old man shaking fist at Cloud. I'm just saying, I think it's easy to like that when you like the IP. Oh my God, is it so annoying to constantly see about an IP? It kind of feels like Stranger Things also, where everybody was posting about Stranger Things season 5 constantly. And I was like, we're still on Stranger Things, man. We're still on this. Like, no offense if you cared a lot about Stranger Things season 5. Dude, after season 1, maybe I'm too much of a hater. I didn't like anything they did after season 1. It all just kind of felt whatever to me. No, I know it's got to be annoying if you don't know the context at all. I get you totally. But what I will say is it's better than another GIF that I would see people doing all the time. The other GIF that people post all the time, this one by real old man shaking fist at Cloud moment, is that one GIF of Nick Wilde from Zootopia, and he's just doing like a little scuba, and that's the whole GIF, and people post that randomly underneath every single video they can find, and people like it every single time. I don't get that one at all. What are you talking about? You're gonna fucking make me download this shit on my computer. Just know that. A plague upon your house for making me download this. A plague upon your family for this. Just know that like I'm not happy that I'm downloading this to show. Oh God, I actually feel so cursed. I think it's this one. Let's see if it works. No, it doesn't. Okay. That's chill. Maybe it has to be as media instead. Hold on. Because it should be on here. No. Okay, if you look up Nick Wilde scuba GIF, you'll see it. It's literally just him, and he covers his mouth and does a little hand wave motion. That's literally all it is. And if you look at it and think to yourself, I don't get it, yeah. You've got it. You did it. You figured it out. That was the whole thing. That's the whole thing of it. And, I mean, it's the truth of the matter. It's the truth of the matter is that, regrettably... Hold on, let's get some more music going back here. Oh, you don't get what it means? No, I'm saying I don't get why it's funny. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. I can't put myself in the mindset of somebody who sees that GIF in the comment section for the 37th time and goes, yeah, This time it's just as funny as the 34th. I gotta upvote this one. Like, that's what I don't get. I can't imagine myself in that mindset specifically. What are the trending searches right now on TikTok? Slime heard an ant scream. What the fuck does that mean? Dedicating this song to everybody that's ever heard an ant scream. What the fuck? Oh, how do the Twitch searches work? I don't think it's supposed to be funny. It's like an innuendo. But it's under stuff where there's like no relation. You know what I mean? Oh, then I don't know. Well, I definitely agree with you that that's probably how it started. But I think that there's like a meta on TikTok where you see somebody else say something funny in the comments. So then you need to take whatever somebody else's joke was and post it under 40 other videos. You remember those old email chains? This is, if you remember them, by the way, I'm sorry that you have to pay for back medication. It must hurt to get up in the morning. Where people would say, send this to 3 of your friends or you'll get cursed. That's what every single comment on TikTok is like, is you read it and go, I have to post this under 3 other videos. Because if I don't, I mean, come on, it was so funny under this one. Let me post it on ones where it's not even remotely related. Nick Wilde scuba gif. Yes, I'm safe. My bloodline is blessed. That's what it feels like to me. And we kind of got the same thing going with the steel ball run. Everyone just posting, send this to 10 people or this girl is going to crawl out of your screen and it's an image of the ring girl. Yeah. And then meanwhile, I'm over here setting up a nice romantic dinner and putting the TV on the other side. You fools are playing checkers while I'm already over here playing chess. You're afraid of her? I welcome her with open arms. How old is the ring girl? Never mind, I probably don't. She's probably pretty young. Sadako doesn't look that old. I'm not going to be doing that anymore, actually. Now imagine that bit was said by Jeffrey Epstein, and all of a sudden... Yeah, because I think she died as a kid, right? It's always so hard for me to keep the... I think she's like a teenager. Fuck, he wouldn't make that joke either. That's too old. That's past its prime for him. Because, what is it? There's Ring. There's the Ring, which is... Is the Ring the American version of it, or is that the original? Because then there's also The Grudge. But I think the Grudge is the US one, right? And the Ring is the Japanese one, right? I don't know if we also just remade The Ring for US audiences. But I do know that it originally started as a Japanese IP. Asking the wrong guy. Yeah, whatever. The moral of the story is... Actually, never mind, officer, I didn't... Well, I mean, like, she's a ghost. So at this point, she's probably, like, trillions of years old. So when you think about it that way, I have to fall back on the anime defense. It's the worst defense you can fall back on. I'm going to be retracting my point entirely. The worst guy, you know, pushing up his glasses. Well, actually... In Japan, the age of... No. Like when people say, hey, how come Oda always draws 16-year-olds in skin-tight bikinis with the largest breasts you've ever seen? And then people have to go, well, actually, did you know that in Japan, the age of consent... no, we're done the discussion. You've hit the hard wall of where I can't continue this discussion. Because something is not... We're not seeing eye to eye somewhere on this one. Something is not correct. So... Unfortunately, we'll have to stop it right there. I do think that Oda is purposefully dragging out One Piece at this point, just like a little bit, because he knows that he's going to go the exact same way as the Rurouni Kenshin author the second that he's done the story. When Shonen Jump's like, all right, we don't got to protect him anymore, search his PC. Why is he drawing 16-year-old like that on the regular? But what I will say... This one is actually really funny. The fact that he married somebody who played Nami in one of the, like in like a live action performance of One Piece, and ever since then he's been drawing Nami to have larger and larger breasts. That's so fucking funny. That's so funny. It's like that's his version of mind control. He's trying to subtly influence. It will happen. It will happen. Oda's just a freak. Yeah, he is he is freaked out. I'd say ever since the post time skip started, he's been freaked out of his mind. Granted, I don't like One Piece as much post time skip. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. I don't know if that's the most agreed upon take of all time, but I have not been enjoying my time with One Piece nearly as much in post time skip. Like, I'm still gonna watch it because at some point Stockholm Syndrome sets in and you can't drop the show when you're 1,000 some episodes deep. But I don't really love most of the plot points now. And so many of them I see and I go, wait, but it's already been established that, well, whatever. Alright, Oda, it's your story. You can play with your action figures however you want. Just know that I'm not a big fan of it, okay? But it's fine, I guess. My joy dropped One Piece because of the time skip. You know what? And I'll say it. I think he's right to do it. I definitely think he's right to do it because what are you looking forward to, man? Oh, we got Sanji gets a big nosebleed, and that's a plot point, is that Sanji's lost so much blood from looking at women that he finds sexually attractive that now they have to do a blood transfusion on him. Oda, what the fuck are you thinking? And that is, by the way, I am not kidding, that is a real plot point. And the issue is that fishmen don't want to give blood transfusion to Sanji because they had a whole issue in the past between human and fishmen. So is Sanji gonna die from blood loss because he's looking at too many attractive women? Oda, what the fuck are you doing, man? What is that writing, dude? As a non-One Piece viewer, Gear 5 is fire, though. Gear 5 is kind of sick. That's a fun idea. That's really good. And it's a fun way to incorporate, he's the rubber man. You incorporate rubber hose animation into the whole way that you do him. Yeah. Imagine that's how Sanji dies. Opening the newspaper, Hitler dead. Finally! Finally! God, Sanji has been written horribly ever since the time skip, dude. All he is now, and I know that he was still a womanizer pre-time skip, but it didn't feel like it was his only character point. That's all he is now, dude. Every single time he shows up on screen, I go, okay, now we get the bit where Sanji goes, boing, whoa, and then blood flies out, and then 10-year-olds and under start laughing, and 60-year-olds and over start laughing. It's the exact, there's a whole age group from 11 to 59 that aren't laughing at it. But you know what? You gotta play to every part of your audience, and the 10 and under crowd still does need the joke. And the 60 and over crowd really needs the joke, because they're like, damn, that's so relatable. Damn, finally someone's saying it like it is. I was waiting. I was hoping we'd get there. Did they also announce a new Spider-Man movie? Marvel's still making those, huh? Isn't that crazy? Actually, I guess Spider-Man, isn't that Sony? Doesn't Sony have to make those movies? I'm pretty sure that's who still holds the IP for it. It looks amazing? Oh, shit. Okay. I haven't actually seen... I'll be real. I thought that, like, Marvel was just washed, you know? What was the Marvel movie I saw? I think it was the Fantastic Four First Steps. Or like, the Family Steps. Or something like that. The Pedro Pascal Fantastic Four. And what did I think of it? It was alright. I didn't mind it. Was it life-changing? No, it was a Marvel movie. But it felt more like the old Marvel movies than... What was the one that came out afterwards? They did the Black Widow movie, which is the most perplexing movie of all time. And I just need to know who on the executive board signed off on that one. Hey, we just killed this character off in the last movie. We're thinking of doing a backstory on her. Okay, hey, Don't care. She's dead. Don't make me care about her now. I'm not going to. It's impossible for me to get attached. It's like if I wanted to try and fall in love with the boat when I'm watching the Titanic. I won't fall in love with the RMS Titanic because I know it's going down by the end of it. Granted, would make it going down a lot hotter if I was into it, so... Spider-Man genetically mutates and gets, like, genetic webbing in the trailer. Oh, so, like the one comic run where he turns almost full spider, where he's, like, more of a mutant than anything. I wonder if they are going to go with that plot point so they can try to tie the X-Men in. Because aren't the X-Men going to be in Doomsday? Didn't they say something about that? I don't know, man. Every time they keep having pop-ups that's like blank will appear in Avengers Doomsday, and I'm like, why don't we just release the movie, dude? Yeah, exactly, and there's apparently Hulk and Punisher in it. Are they using the same Punisher from the Daredevil TV show? Is it the same actor? Is it the same world? Yeah? Ooh, okay, I don't mind that. So hopefully that also, at least they'll mention Daredevil. I don't think he's had any of it. He doesn't have anything in the cinematic universe right now, right? It's only that TV show, I think. I haven't even seen the TV show, so I mean, obviously I've seen clips from it. I don't think it's possible for you to have not seen clips from it, even if you don't realize you've seen clips from it. Nah, but Spider-Man fights the Red Hand. Shit. I'd be getting a red hand sometimes when I don't use lotion to beat it. I'm kidding. I never use lotion. Dry beater, stand up. Free yourself from the shackles of thinking you need lotion. The dude's Daredevil fights. Oh, okay. Never mind. I do know them. And he's just, dude, I'm just trying to think of a guy out there who beats it with like scented lotion, and he walks outside and everyone goes, smell coconut butter? He's like, no, not actually, man. What the hell? Oh, also, hold on. I think that this is a good bit, but I'm not sure how to cap it off. Because the crux of the bit is guy who goes to swinger party and brings pineapple upside down cake and doesn't understand why people keep trying to sleep with his wife. Guy who unknowingly goes to swinger party bringing pineapple upside down cake and doesn't know why people want to sleep with his wife. I think that's a really funny guy, and I think that that's a really good scenario. If you need explanation, by the way, an upside down pineapple is a sign amongst the swinger community that you're down to trade. And if you don't know what swingers are, it's people who really like those things in parks that go up and down and back and forth. And they always say, push me. That's what a swinger is. Yeah, I feel like there's something there. But I feel like that's, unfortunately, that's one of those jokes that's like, it requires knowledge that I don't know if everybody has. I know it used to be common knowledge what an upside down pineapple means, but I don't think it is anymore. So I don't know if that one would land that well. I mean, you have a phone, bro, go make that skit. That is true. But I'm more of like the idea guy, you know what I mean? I'm the guy you come to when you need ideas. I'm not much of a doer myself. Does anybody else have this? I've been told that it's like, it might be a mental condition, but I don't believe that. Does anybody else get a ton of motivation at the start of a project, and then about halfway through the project, they lose all motivation and never want to touch it again? Like, I'm sure that can't just be me. There's so many projects I get so much motivation towards, and then the second I'm actually doing them, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Okay, we've done everything we can do here. I put 17 pictures on my PowerPoint slide. I've done all that I possibly can. 3 a.m. motivation, then it fades. Yeah, it is rough. I mean, that's why I've been proud of myself just for how long and how consistently I've been streaming. Like, I know that I've had my breaks every now and then, but like, dude, I've been kind of out here, man. I've been showing up, and I've been putting in consistent work. I've been proud of it. Because I feel like most streamers quit after like a month or two. And I'm going on, what, is it 3 years now? It might be 3 years now. Granted, I think I had the most consistent streaming schedule for the first year of it. But I also think life was the least complicated for me the first year. Which made it a little bit easier. It's 2 years, streamed 2 years ago. Let's see. When was this one streamed? This is around the debut. Was October 2023. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think I streamed 1 month before that. I think I streamed 1 month before October because I didn't have multi-streaming set up at first. Yeah, end of September were my first couple streams in year 2023. Damn. I'm old as fuck, dude. Oh my god, I'm gonna get the senior discount at Waffle House soon. What was your first game streamed? My first ever game streamed. You're not going to believe it. It's probably the nerdiest shit I've ever played on stream. And I'm not kidding. It was... Hold on. Let me remember the name of it. It was an Ultra... Hold on. Yes. The first game I ever streamed was My Hero Academia Ultra Rumble, which was a battle royale for the My Hero Academia fucking IP. And the game is so insanely dog ass. Do not play My Hero Academia. Don't you stay away from it, okay? It's brightly colored for a reason. That's it warning you that it's poisonous. You have to stay away. Whatever happens, okay? It's flashing those signs for a reason. It's not a landing strip. It's telling you to evade. Yeah, that, and then Realm of the Mad God and The Binding of Isaac. Those were the first 3 games I streamed. Then I did about 2 months of MapleStory content consistently. And I realized something. MMOs drain away your very essence from life to play. Oh shit, hold on. Give me a second to grab something real quick. Hold on. I realized there's something I forgot to grab. It's this one. Cool. Okay, sorry. There's something I forgot from one of my scenes that I was supposed to copy over, and I totally did not. Be right here. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. I know I probably broke your entire immersion. You went, wait, he's not actually sitting in a room? Little do you know I am. I'm just actually naked on my chair, making it nice and brown underneath. That's how you know it's a collector's item 1 of 1. Nobody else can quite do it that way. That's my exclusive one. Dude, while I was at the art museum in Detroit, if I can go back ages at this point, man, I'm sorry. I know it gets clowned on all the time. Modern art is so dog shit. It's crazy. There was a piece called... Hold on. Let me see if I can find there was an image that was taken of it. There was a piece called Self-Portrait. I need to show you this, man. I need to show you this. It's insane. Okay, yeah. I found the image. And it's a mirror. No, but there was one that was called like The Understanding of Human Desire, and it was a piece that was on the ceiling. So they had a mirror down there so that you could see the piece on the ceiling. And I'm not lying. I walked up and looked in the mirror and I was like, oh, hell yeah. Thanks, man. I thought it was just supposed to be showing me myself, and then I was about to walk away, and the person I came with was like, dude, it's that thing on the ceiling. Like, I was walking away with my confidence boost. I was so happy. Hold on. Yeah. So here it is. The only explanation for this being called Self-Portrait that I can think of is that it was drawn by the fish. Cause like, how the fuck this is called Self-Portrait, man? Come on now. Self-Portrait? No shot. Unless these 2 fish drew it. I don't believe that's a self-portrait. Now, maybe they did. And if they did, that's very impressive. Or maybe it was drawn by the sun. I'm not kidding, by the way. There, you can kind of see it over there where it says, hold on. Where it says self-portrait. Yeah. Self-portrait too. What are we talking about, man? This shit is not you. I'm certain that's not you. Maybe the red dots are eyes. This fucker's got fish for nose? And the scales of justice underneath one of their eyes? I mean, it's a crazy amount of tattoos that they have. Honestly, could you imagine though if like they did show them off and they are just like the most crazy looking person you've ever seen? Like they had a picture next to them about the artist and it was just two fish tattooed onto their face, scales of justice underneath. If I saw that, then I'd have to be like, all right, fair enough. Yeah, shit, that is a self-portrait. No, good call, good call. But yeah, and also, I felt really funny taking a picture of that one titled self-portrait because I was just thinking to myself, man, there's probably other people here who are going, wow, now that's a guy who really gets it. That's a guy who really understands the piece. Meanwhile, I was over here thinking to myself, what the fuck? It's two fish. Sure. But yeah, I kind of did really get it. I was understanding what the artist was going for there. He was trying to express how we're all kind of like fish when you think about it. The guy who gets why it's named self-portrait. Yeah. That's someone who understands what they're looking at. The riff-raff commenters out here wouldn't understand what he's talking about. He gets it. Finally. I was worried that the younger generation might be losing their way on art. Yeah, there were so many pieces like that, dude. Oh my god, there were so many. And I'm not saying you can't do abstract art, but you want to know what I get tired of with abstract art? When people say what it represents, and it just sounds like padding word count, man. The devious banana taped to a wall, that one had to be money laundering. I'm sorry, comedian had to be money laundering. There's just no way. Like, if you want to make a bunch of abstract paint splatters, draw a couple fish that look like that and call it self-portrait, you are lying to yourself. If you want to draw that and call it Elmo's cool-ass space room, then I'd be like, hell yeah. That is Elmo's cool-ass space room. Well, you do, Mr. Noodle looks like he would kill it in here. Now that's a good idea. That's someone who understands it. What should I do? What should I do? I got like 2.5 hours in the stream. Damn, wait, you can just talk for an entire stream? Oh my god, that's so easy. Why do I always worry about playing a game? Why don't I just do this more? What the fuck? I thought I was like 40 minutes into stream. You didn't answer my question though? Oh, wait. Oh, are you going to play Lucid Blocks, by the way? You're right. I definitely read that out loud, and then I thought to myself, what the fuck is Lucid Blocks? Lucid Blocks. I have these lucid blocks where I can move explore and build in a cryptic expanse oozing with dreamlike oddities and esoteric critters. Okay. Oh. So like, okay, here's my truth of the matter. The family matter and the truth of the matter, if you will. It might be rough for me to get into the game. I know you can't see it right now. I'm just kind of like watching it. It might be rough for me to get into the game just because like, man, I've come to realize I think I hate most survival games. Like, it's so hard for me to like a survival game. No guarantee I wouldn't like this one because it's got way more of the absurd and surreal to it that I like a lot, but I don't know. It's basically abstract LSD Minecraft where it doesn't tell you anything. You have to find a way to the end by yourself. That's kind of sick. I've also been thinking maybe I should play puzzle games more on stream because I feel like puzzle games would give me a lot of downtime to talk. Also, I'm just not good at puzzles, which I think is very funny. Oh yeah, wait, didn't this one come out? Oh shit. Wait, Rat Coin is out. There's an end, by the way, like a clear objective. Thank fuck, dude. I'm getting so tired of just open-ended games. There's like, make your own ending. You can have fun however you want. I can have fun when you put me on rails and tell me how to have fun, buddy. The only games that works for are games where I'm playing with my friends anyways, so like I don't need an objective because it's just supposed to be fun. So that's fine. Well, let me see. I've got a bunch of friends who bought this game, Rat Coin. It looks like it's a coin pusher game. I remember when I was a kid, there was a Wizard of Oz coin dozer game. And I spent the entirety of my day at Dave & Buster's. My one day a year, I got to go to Dave & Buster's playing that coin dozer game. man, that was fun. I felt like the coolest guy there. God, coin dozers are so sick. They're just gambling for children. Which, you know, people have made gambling for kids way less fun now because you've got gacha games everywhere. You've got loot boxes everywhere. You got 7,000 monetizations in every single possible category. Makes it so much less fun. Gambling for children used to mean something. I used to gamble for my tickets. I used to get 3,000 tickets and walk up and go, can I please have that sticky hand? And then the cashier, probably 17 years old, would go, no, actually it's 3,500 tickets. And then I go, what? But I'm out of points. And then I would have to leave without the sticky hand. I'd just buy like 6 Chinese finger traps, walk out, and then, you know, my parents would be like, why'd you get that many Chinese finger traps? They don't know the 6th one's not for my hands. That's where I'm gonna leave that one. They don't understand. They don't understand. Yeah, another day where I wish for an ad recommendation. Sorry, I'm reading about Ratcoin to see if I want to buy it. I don't have much to say. Get the game. Pretty fun. I hate how much I love these roguelikes, but I do. That guy would go crazy at an actual casino. We should get him a bottle of alcohol in one hand and the lever to a slot machine in the other. If he likes the roguelikes where you gamble all the time, I mean, he's got a whole new world to discover in front of him, dude. I envy him. I wish I could be him for but a day. My parents keep trying to get me and my little brother to go to the casino with them. Because my little brother just turned 21, so now he's finally allowed to gamble. Which, little did they know, he already played CS2. There's a cool roguelike chess game coming out this month as a demo. Yo, can I be real? I feel like roguelikes are getting too oversaturated as a market. I shouldn't say getting. I feel like roguelikes are too oversaturated just in general, dude. I don't know. It's so hard for me to get super excited about one. Even Ratcoin looks like it would be super up my alley, but like, do I want to spend $10 on a roguelike I'll probably play twice? Probably not. What about Dice A Million? It's got pick 3 and you roll die. It's just everything, I don't know. It all feels too similar now. Clover Pit was one where I was like, oh, Clover Pit could be fun, but then I don't know, for some reason I couldn't get myself to pull the trigger on buying it. Something about actually clicking the purchase button my body rejected. There's going to be a new Risk of Rain DLC though, which is crazy because the Alloyed Collective came out November 18th. So what, it's been 5 months and they've already got another one announced? I don't know, because roguelike is such a large blanket. If you die, you go to start. That's it, essentially. Yeah, but it's like, okay, so like Balatro came out, and so now everybody wants to do gambling-based roguelikes. There's a bunch of die-based roguelike. There's a bunch of all those kinds of... There's a new Brotato DLC? The Primal Dread? Oh, fuck. We will be tapping in for that one. Oh, we will be going back to Brotato for that one. Release date 2026. That's this year. Oh, we're going to be tapped in 100%. I will be going back for Brotato, definitely. What a... Oh, man. What a great game. Did I ever end up playing... Yeah, I did play Abyssal Terrors. Good, good. What's a game you're excited for? Am I allowed to unk post and say I'm not excited for much anymore, young pup? What's the game I'm excited for? Probably the fucking Sweet Release of Death, if I had to guess. No. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for GTA 6 to come out, but only because I like sharing in other people's excitement. And so many people are so excited for GTA 6 that I can't wait for the game to release. Even though I don't know how excited I am personally. It's like an empathetic excitement because I understand how big of a release it is. Not necessarily because I want to play it super bad. So in terms of what I'm waiting for right now, truthfully not many games, because I've got so many games that are like backlogged I want to get through first anyways. I'll tell you what I'm not excited for. I can definitely tell you what I'm not excited for. Because somebody at my work keeps trying to recommend this game to me. It's not gonna happen, dude. He keeps trying to tell me I would love Crimson Desert. But, like, every time I look at Crimson Desert, I can't fathom a game I would like to play less. And he even tried to sell it to me. He was like, it's kind of like Assassin's Creed meets Skyrim. And I went, whoa. I've never wanted to avoid a game more based off of the two that are combined to create it. That's a nightmare blunt rotation. Oh my god. Oh my god. I know some people really like Skyrim. Maybe I'm too much of a combat purist in gaming. I was never able to get super into Skyrim because the combat just never engaged me. I thought the world was cool. I thought the characters were cool. I thought there was a lot to like about the game, but since the combat never engaged me, I just never cared much for it. What's it about? Seemed like it's just an open world adventure action RPG where you go around, help out townsfolk, and also you're really strong. And that's kind of all I got from it right now. So, like, doesn't seem bad. I just think it's missing a certain je ne sais quoi, if you will. Yeah, I'm learning French. I don't know what that one means yet. But yeah, and then Assassin's Creed, I mean, let's be real, right? Like, Assassin's Creed peaked so long. I mean, Jesus. Let's look at, hold on. Assassin's Creed games. Assassin's Creed games. Yeah. So. Oh my god. Dear Lord. Dear Lord, there's so many. They made a mobile one called Assassin's Creed Rebellion. I've never even heard of that. Yeah, so you've got Assassin's Creed, fine game. Assassin's Creed 2, great game. Brotherhood, great game. Revelations, I don't remember that one. I don't know if I liked it much. Black Flag, alright, that's the peak of the series. Black Flag is the peak of the series, and then there's a bit of a slow decline. Followed by a sharp decline. So, like, the slow decline, Unity, after it got a bunch of patches, I heard was really good, but I never really went back to play it too much. Syndicate, I don't remember much at all. Chronicles, I definitely didn't play. Ezio's Collection, I mean, like, obviously good, but, like, how can it not be? It's remastering some of the good games and then putting them together. Obviously, it's good. Origins, personally, is where they kind of lost me way too much. Like, I know the games were never realistic, but when we were fighting actual gods in the gods' temples, and they were like these huge fucking giant things, I went, okay, you're losing me a bit too much on this one. And then that was the last one I played, was Origins. Because I definitely didn't play Odyssey, I definitely didn't play Valhalla, I definitely didn't play Mirage, except for in Apex Legends, definitely played them there. Didn't play Nexus, didn't play Assassin's Creed Jade. I don't think anybody did. What the fuck is Assassin's Creed Jade? Sure, accept all cookies. I'll let you have them. Assassin's Creed Jade, available now on App Store. Oh my god, wait, is this a fucking city builder game? Yes, dude. Yes. Oh, we need that. We need more games that are just Clash of Clans again. Yes. Yes. 7,000 more where if you tap on the wood pile, you actually get wood as resources that you then get to use to build up your city. Yes, dude. With stiff and jagged animations for everything, I'm in heaven. I think I'm probably good. I don't know. Do I have anything else to talk about? I think I got off most of the topics on my mind. Made some good jokes, had some good time. If I ever do just chatting streams like this, they probably are going to be on the shorter end. Unless I wanted to turn them into React slop, but I don't know. I don't really feel like slopping it up, especially because it feels like a little disingenuous to steal other people's content and just put it behind you and then go, whoa. Oh yeah, I didn't think about it that way. Oh yeah. But you know, those videos, expert heart surgeon reacts to new surgeon or something like that, and the expert will be like, see what he's doing here, while his tools are sterilized, he's not doing a finalized check with blah 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 or something like that, right? Versus if a streamer was to watch that same heart surgery video, they go, oh ew, that's kind of gross, are they gonna cut in there? Oh no. Ugh. I don't like that. No, I wouldn't have done. Oh. That's not good. Oh no. What is he? React videos are kind of fun if you add a lot to it. Yeah, I think if there's a topic you are knowledgeable on, or anything of the sort, or even alternatively, what about like the 20v1 vids on Jubilee? Okay, I think those ones anybody can react to because the 20 people on Jubilee also don't have anything interesting to say. So that's fine. Like when it's 20 college students versus somebody who actually fucking knows what they're talking about, and the college student goes, yeah, but wouldn't that like kill the economy? And then the expert's like, no, here's the stats that prove otherwise. And then the college student goes, I don't know, I haven't heard that. That's the whole discussion. It's actually the worst form of all time to have a like meaningful discussion to, but it is very funny to watch. So props to them on that one. But yeah, I think I'm fine with that one. Plus, then it keeps Jubilee from getting the view. So hell yeah. Why do I say like them? I don't know. It's just kind of fun. It's kind of fun to be a hater, man. It's kind of like, it's freeing. It unlocks your psyche when you just hate on things. I get it now. I get why people do that. It does feel really good. But I do think I'm probably done for today. I might be back tomorrow, despite it being a Friday, because extraneous circumstances, I might be at home alone. So that means I'm allowed to do whatever the hell I want, including loudly play games. What? I know. Never happened before. Don't worry, by the way, I have checked with my downstairs neighbor. They're yet to hear me, and I talk very often. So I'm good to, I'm free pass, baby, because I know that my other neighbor can't hear me. She is over 80 years old, which means, look, when I'm talking right next to her at a above average volume level, she can't hear me. There's no chance she hears me through the wall. I would have to be blaring a siren 24/7 and maybe she'd be able to hear me. But anyways, I think that's where I'm good for today. Ignore that. I tried to do a cool, like, I tried to throw something up on my desk and then like catch it out of the air and it was gonna look all cool and fucking awesome in like a one swift fluid motion. Instead, I completely whiffed it because I forgot that I'm a Neanderthal who can't catch anything. Guys, my parents aren't gonna be home. I can play all day. Yeah, and we can play GTA and we can actually go to the strip club. My mom actually didn't want me to buy the game when she heard that was in there, and I told her, Mom, that's not in that game. That's not in that game, and she let me buy it. But she doesn't know, guys. When she's not here, we can go online and we can all go to the strip club, and we can get one of those women to dance on us. I don't know what they're doing though. It looks like it would hurt. Real and true, by the way. When I was a kid and I did first get GTA, I went to one of the strip clubs and they did you can like pay to do the lap dance. And I paid because I was like, this is what adults do. And I was watching it and I thought to myself, what's the point of this? And now as an adult, I still question that because like, wouldn't I want to pay for a big hairy dude to be shaking ass in front of me? I want it to look like I'm parting the jungle when I get both hands. But anyways, yeah, I think I'm probably gonna end for today. Let's check. Anybody live that I can raid into? Is Kyle live? I think Kyle was live before I started today. Dubs, they're still live. Strip clubs are crazy concepts. Always just a bunch of dudes rock hard throwing money. Yeah, I know. Why can't they just do it at the urinal like everybody else? Like, that's where you and the other fellas are supposed to appreciate each other's cocks. Which is weird, because, like, the other guys always look at me weird when I keep looking over the stall divider like that. But, like, dude, I'm just trying to make sure you're packing, alright? Plus, I gotta make sure it's actually so... You're rock hard at the urinal? You don't like to pee on hard mode? Oh, you just take it the easy way. Well, it must be nice to be you. But, like, yeah, no, I'm locking in. I'm putting in my hours in the mine. Absolutely. Dude, it must suck, though. Like, if there was somebody who wanted to peek at you at the urinal, it must suck to be a grower there, because then you've got to, like, get yourself hard before they judge. You know what I mean? Because like they're gonna be thinking, oh my god, this guy's tiny. You're like, oh, hold on, don't touch it. Wait, no, I swear, yeah, no, dude. You fucking don't understand. I was about to make such a good joke, but I couldn't remember the name of it. What is the name of the scientific phenomenon where particles might activate differently, or sorry, might act differently when observed versus when not observed? I was going to compare a dick to that, and it might have been the funniest joke I made all stream, but I can't remember the name of it. And there's a specific name for, hold on. Particles behave differently when observed. Experiment. Yeah. Fuck, I can't find it. Is it the double slit experiment? Dude. Holy shit. You can have 2 slits? Damn, this whole time I've only had 1. I'm kidding. Counting your mothers, I got 3. Am I right or am I right, fellas? Oh, man. Everybody else remember in sex ed when they first brought out the diagram of the vagina and we all ran out of the room crying? We all did that, by the way. It was normal, and we all did that because we didn't understand what we were looking at. Now as an adult, though, I can almost look at one for 4 seconds without breaking down into tears. I don't think we all did that. Okay, it's self-reporting. This guy didn't do that. Oh, man, he's the weird one, by the way. Not me. In fact, the teacher made sure to let me know that it wasn't weird, because every day after class for the next 3 months, she would tell me no matter what other kids say, it wasn't weird that I did that. So, actually, I think that you might be the one in the wrong here. I've got it on pretty good authority. Could you imagine if that was a real story? You're right, man. Yep. I wonder if that was anybody's real experience. No shot. I mean, how old are... I wonder how old the average is, because I know when I started sex ed, but I don't know if that's when... I guess as a human, even though I'm a rat, so like doesn't apply to me, obviously. I feel like it's very easy to attribute your lived experiences to what everybody else has. Also, I don't think we had sex education. Damn. You had to go in there without knowing how to operate heavy machinery? That's rough. I had to get like certified before I was allowed to go in there. But it was just because, like, you know, it might be a risk to everybody else if I didn't, so. Wait, like, really? You didn't have any? I mean, how did you learn? Because I was under the impression, up until I had sex ed, I just thought that, like, women had dicks, too. And then little did I know, I was actually woke as hell for thinking that. So, like, if anything, I'm the best ally of all time. That was actually accidentally being an ally. What a fucking guy I am. Little did I know how right I was. But no, I just thought that for so long. I didn't know women have vaginas by looking at them, bro. What are you talking about? What do you mean by looking at them? You're telling me you were in 3rd grade looking up vagina? Dude, in 3rd grade, the only Google search I ever did is like, how do I evolve Gloom in Pokemon? That was where I was at, man. I was over here checking out, oh, fuck, that's a stone evolution? No! Looking up, how do I unlock Sonic in Melee? The last thing on my mind was pussy. And, you know, when you look at the, I guess when you look at the Google searches, almost, we hold these truths to be self-evident. Well, no, but you just learn it when you're older. Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying is, like, what I was specifically talking about was, I think it was before middle school. So I was like 10 when they first started teaching us sex ed. And they separated, I remember actually in elementary school, they separated the boys from the girls. And I was so confused because I still thought that girls had dicks. I was like, what? Why do they have to look at their dick diagrams differently than ours? We've all got the same dicks. Little did I know. Little did I know. I had a real shock at the end of that one. A real twist ending. Sex ed an American thing? I guess. I didn't think that it was, but this is what I was talking about. It's really easy to attribute your lived experiences to everybody. I just assumed everyone had sex ed. I mean, obviously, I know most men probably don't because they couldn't find a clitoris if you gave them the diagram. Not me, though. Not me, though. I know it's made up. So, I won't have any problem finding it. It isn't there. Okay? It's just that easy. It's a myth. We all know it. If it was real, somebody... I'm sorry. I've been very horny with my jokes today. I don't know what that means about me. But, you know, I do think it's probably just an American thing, then. Because everyone I know, obviously, had sex ed, but that's because everybody I know went to the same school as me. Everybody I knew in real life. Duh. But, yeah. Sorry, I'm doing some wrapping up stuff, so I'm a little bit spacey right now. Not Kevin, though. We don't fuck with him anymore. Not after... What was the allegations? I know it really ruined House of Cards for a lot of people. Kevin Spacey was the House of Cards guy, right? Kevin Spacey. Yeah, he's the House of Cards guy for sure. Yeah, my parents were big on House of Cards, and I remember whatever the allegations was for Kevin Spacey, I remember them being like, but they didn't have to take him off the show. Which, I bet if I looked at those same allegations now, I'd be like, they needed him off that show. Absolutely made the right choice getting him off that show. Yeah. I think I'm gonna end there for today. Thank you guys for coming out. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't know what I'll be playing. Most likely back tomorrow. I guess I can't sell you on a lie that I don't have made yet. Maybe I should raid. Following. Yeah, we could. I see you, Big Dog. Have fun watching. Yeah, dude, it felt good. It felt good to be just doing a Just Chatting stream. I think we'll probably do more Just Chatting streams in the future. It's kind of a nice vibe. It lets me just kind of riff for a while, which is nice. I've been noticing when I'm playing a lot of Mugenics and Slay the Spire, when I watch back the VODs, I go, man, does this guy ever stop talking about the fucking game? When's he gonna bring up something goofy and or fun? Because I'll have a bunch of topics throughout the day that I'm like, man, I need to talk about that later. And then I'll play Slay the Spire and go, we need some better scaling here. Otherwise, the boss is going to beat us. Okay, buddy, shut the fuck up. People are wondering about your experience at the grocery store. People are wondering about what happened. Oh, actually, real quick, how come in other states, because I live in a state where alcohol, you need to go to a specialty liquor store in order to procure it, right? Now, that's very cumbersome. I actually do completely agree with alcohol being sold at grocery stores. I think that's completely fine because you get ID'd anyways. It's not like there's any way around it. Aside from, hey, dude, can you go in there and buy me some alcohol? I'll give you the money back. Yeah, of course. Anyways, for the most part, it's fine, right? Why are they allowed to sell? Oh, also, the other thing I hate about the liquor store, real quick, is it's impossible to not feel like an alcoholic when you have to walk into a specialty store for liquor. Like, it's impossible to not feel like an alcoholic because you walk in and it's nothing but alcohol. And they're like, so what are you in for today? And I'm like, ah, fuck, dude. They think I can't go 4 minutes without a drink. But anyways, why are you allowed to sell alcohol at gas stations? Like, specifically single servings of alcohol at gas stations. Who do they think is buying alcohol as a single drink at a gas station? I'm gonna put on my thinking cap here. You have to drive to the gas station, put gas into your car, you walk in and buy a single thing of alcohol. Who the fuck do they think is going to consume it? Like, it should 100% be illegal to be sold at gas stations. That's insane. The one thing that you're not supposed to do when you drink is drive. You've never bought one of those little fireballs at 3 a.m. in a gas station? Well, like, I've never had the option because in the state I live, it's illegal to sell it there, right? But, like, it's just the idea of why the fuck is it allowed at a gas? I guess it's because gas stations stay open so late. So if you really need to get fucked up late at night, It's supposed to make you feel that alcohol is not good for you. If it's not good for me, why does it make me drive straighter? Huh? If alcohol is so bad for me, how come I always drive so much better when I've got a little bit of liquor in me? And I'm not talking much. I'm just talking about like a fourth of the bottle of whiskey, right? Like I'm not doing anything insane. There's a whole 75% of that bottle remaining, okay? So like, that's just my lock-in juice. All right, family of four, good luck. Daddy just had his lock-in juice. Anyways, I'll probably be back tomorrow. Saturday will be more Resident Evil. We're getting, I think, somewhat close. You blow a 10 on the blow thing, yeah, it's blood alcohol content is hitting 100%. The officer's like, what the fuck? Oh, what? We've never seen that before. I don't think that's possible, dude. They open it up. It's like you know those old Skittles ads where the guy would turn into Skittles when they touch them? They open up my car door and I just like pour out of the side of it. Literally all alcohol. That's my power, officer. I've always been drunk while driving. It's how I lock in. Fuck, I keep saying I'm about to leave and then I don't leave. I think I have an issue where I just like talking too much. What do I do about that? Is it being a narcissist? I should go talk to a therapist. Dude, I should become a therapist. But I want to be a therapist that's like, and this could be a fun ASMR topic, a therapist that like gaslights you and unvalidates your feelings all the time. So like, you'll be like, yeah, and I just think that's where it all started. I don't know. It's been very, hold on. Okay, I just had to note that down really quickly. That seems really important. Oh, wait, was that bad what I just did? Yeah, I'm noting down that too. Wait, no, am I doing something wrong? All right, well, yeah, that's getting written up real quick. Wait, no, I'm so sorry. I just keep doing it the entire time. Hey, the more that you droned on about your parents' divorce when you were a kid, I'm starting to think it was your fault. No, yeah, it had to. Dude, I'm not seeing anybody else who it could be. I mean, think about it. They were all happy and together, then you come along and they leave? Come on. I'm pretty sure Stevie Wonder is seeing what happened here. Hey, look, man, you're kind of stressing me out. Yeah. So, my client pouring their heart open to me as a therapist. Dude, you're acting really weird right now, and everybody can tell. Like, everyone's saying you're acting so weird right now. What the fuck are you talking about? Or you complain about how hard you have it at work, and the therapist is just like, yeah, I've got it hard too, buddy. Fucking try coming in and listen to you, bitch, for now. But licensed? No. Well, oh, yes, actually, hold on. He pulls out his wallet, and he's just got, like, his ID. See? I can drive. You think you have problems? Yeah. Oh, boo-hoo. Your parents left you with a lifelong trauma that you're never gonna heal from. That must be so hard. My ex-wife is taking the kids this weekend, buddy. Fucking lock in. Life gets hard. Boo-hoo. It's a little bumpy ahead. Anxiety, yeah, you're fucking freaking me out. I'm gonna go take shrooms. See you guys tomorrow. It's cocaine. I'm well adjusted. I will see you guys tomorrow or Saturday at the latest for Resident Evil. See you guys.